Hi, how is everybody? Hi, let me say hi, everyone. Hello, Spawn Point. Hello, Tazen, who brought out the center chair. Hi, Cry. This is actually gonna be your first time This is gonna be your first time actually seeing a D&D stream, Cry. It'll be your first time seeing one of the little D&D streams we do. Hi, Austin. Hi, Goose. Hi, Spawn Point. I think I already said hi to you. Yes, I did. You were already at the top. You don't get a second hi. Hi, Ava. Hi. It's good to see everyone. How's everybody doing? How's my favorite community? I'll tell you how I am. Excited. You already gave me a second hi. Shut up. I revoke it. I have notifications on at all times. Aww. Well, I'm happy to have you here so you can see like one of the little D&D streams. Up. You don't get to take it back, bitch. Yes, I fucking do, you asshole. Fuck you. I revoke my high. But yeah. It's good to see everybody. Doing good. Nanako got her package today. Yo, I'm keeping the high. Come and take it. I'll take it from you, you motherfucker. I'll punch you in the face. But yeah. As you guys remember, is a D&D stream for anybody that's new here. Hi, we do D&D, and all that nice jazz. And you know, I got fellow players here with their characters, and then we got Sunny as the DM, and then there's me here with my character on top of my head. Anybody that don't know, say hi to Aster. This is my human male sorcerer I'm playing as. So yeah, and with that, I'm gonna. Oh wait, before I undeafen and unmute, I will say this. We did have an unfortunate set of IRL circumstances that have caused, sadly, Poco, the player who plays Jet Diamonds. Sadly, IRL circumstances came up, and Poco is no longer able to play and participate in the D&D streams. IRL stuff conflicting with the schedule, so sadly, he's not able to join anymore. So it is just Draco, Austin, and me now in the campaign with Sunny as the DM. Tis sad, but life circumstances happen. And with that, now I will undeafen and unmute so you can hear the others. Hello.
Hey.
Oi. Hi, Omega. It's good to see you.
Sorry, I had to stop the stream.
Wait, am I? Okay, I'm in now.
I need to turn the setting back on in my Opera GX, or Owlbear was just not happening.
Understandable. But yeah. You guys ready for session today?
Are you guys ready?
No.
I'm terrified and ready. It's your birthday? Also, happy birthday, Omega! Happy day of birthday
to you.
Oh yeah,
Happy birthday.
Yeet.
Epic Gamer. Thank you for the resub, Austin. I appreciate it. But Yeah,
20 months. Boy, we're getting old.
Oh god, we're getting old. But yeah, thank you, Austin, for a resale. Very much appreciate it, bestie. Look, Astrid, lean on Atreus.
Motherfucker. Get off of me!
Don't forget the pin message. Oh yeah, the pin message. Did we leave that in? I totally forgot about the pin message because I'm so used to letting you guys, the mods, take over with that. Serious games on our own. I have the pin message for the for when I'm just normal gaming. We don't have the one for D&D. We never pin that one. Quick, somebody type up a message. I'm joking. I can type it.
I got it.
Oh,
I
okay.
can do it.
It's just a thing of like, Senna focuses more when we do D&D streams. I will focus more on the game than I will on chat. That is something to be known for everyone. For anybody who's not familiar with how we do the D&D streams, I will focus more on the game than I will on chat, simply because I want to give you guys like an entertaining thing while we role play and do this. Also, tippity frickin' tap, Austin, your keyboard.
There will be the occasion where some of us, more than likely me, will just look in chat and find something funny and then comment on it.
Yes. That is something to know. We will have moments where where we will point out something from chat that we do think is funny in the moment that we can point out. There's also a fact of we will have breaks. We will have breaks or moments after an intense time where we'll unwind for a second and breathe, and then we can talk to you guys. The silly fucking goofballs can't focus on chat as much as normal. Get over it. Damn, Spawn Point. You just so blunt and to the point. I love it though.
But also, before we start game, snack chat. What do we got?
Reese's peanut butter cup.
I finished my snack already. Fuck.
Lemonade.
I got water, and then my actual dinner, which is just a burger. I also have a zero. Guys, they had 0 sugar Dr. Pepper, free milkshake that I got off the app.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. You do like the recap, whatever the fuck happened. I'll go get a refill and water.
Okay.
Get your water.
Also, hi Claire.
Oh, hi,
Sniff,
Claire.
sniff, snarf, snarf. Sweet and tangy barbecue Doritos. Nice.
Sit
Yeah,
down.
Claire's in chat.
Dog! Okay, I'll be back.
Yeah.
And,
We having
and I
fun.
guess what?
We having fun.
Do you want to do the recap now, Sonny, or do you want to wait till Austin gets back?
Wait a sec for Austin to get back, so that way it's fair.
Okay. Hoi hoi. But until then, I sadly can't show you guys a little surprise I have planned for the D&D streams yet. But I do have a surprise in the works right now that I'm excited to show you guys when I get the chance to. For now, though, sadly, I do not have it ready. Not because I'm working on it. Somebody else is working on it. But it takes time. But I do have a surprise for the D&D streams in the future. Goose wants death I see just jump right into my mouth. Damn. Claire said, oh, I see you wanted to short. Claire said, damn, I didn't know you want your life expectancy to slip to now. Okay. Jump into my mouth. And there's a cat. There's a Zelda. There's a cat in my lap.
And there's a cat in the chat.
And there's a dog in the chat. I'm not jumping in any mouth. Unless you ask very nicely.
In which case, he may lay a single wing in there.
I was gonna be like, I don't think Claire wants me to lay an egg in her mouth. Jesus Christ.
Lay an egg. You're a man.
Exactly.
If you claim to lay an egg,
Not with
we all
that
know
attitude.
You can't lay an egg with that attitude. Oh, since Austin, you back now, Austin?
I could hear the whole time. You could have just done the recap while I was grabbing my stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, then
That's
with
all right.
that, Sonny, I guess, take it away with the recap. You are now in charge.
On the last episode of Lost Mines of Phandelver, our party began their battle against the skeleton minotaurs that attacked them. And in the midst of that battle, gaining a new ally by the name of Dirac. And after the battle was complete, in that same new ally manages to cure of beings of the affliction that the necromancer applied, while they still remained unfortunately unconscious. They then proceeded to continue to lead all the residents of Phandelver into their sanctuary within Astara. And just at the end, just as the last group was heading out, Katya and Trixie, who had been investigating lower down in the island for anything suspicious, ends up starting to chase a smaller green dragon into up towards higher in the mountain. And after some reconvening with Katya and Trixie, and after Trixie got rid of the green dragon, we are left in the forest with our two allies,
Yeah.
wondering what's the next step.
And then I will say, Austin, you can start the music now. Make sure you mute the tab that you have stream pulled up on, because that's what I see right now.
That's so I can see chat. If I could get it so I could see chat. God. Why isn't it letting me see chat? No.
Damn, this Dirac
Please.
guy better fucking die. Old man in D&D games never get to live long. I wonder who made that comment.
Listen, that man is gonna fucking survive.
I can hear
But-
stream through your mic, Draco.
No, you can't.
Yes, I could.
Oh,
Oh, it was funny. Oh god, that was funny.
Yeah.
But do you have the thing ready, Austin?
it's playing.
Well, you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me.
I then proceed to mute. I then proceed to click the mute tab, and you just hear the fucking like racking a slug sound from Red Dead.
But oh god, my model is freezing a lot tonight. Oh no, my stuff. Oh, my OBS dropped. Oh,
Stream's
Oh,
still
shit.
up.
my OBS dropped for a moment.
Well, stream's
mean-
still up, so we're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, stream's still going. You're just frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is my internet dying or something? I hope it's not. Cause I'm seeing my
Stream's
OBS.
still up forever. I think your OBS is having a little bit of a strong.
It might be having a little bit of a strong. Apologies for the OBS
But
strong.
hopefully it'll behave.
Hopefully. Even my model's like, oh god, my model's like wigging out. I might. How about this? I got an easy solution to this. Just in case, I'll just leave myself right there as Aster, with Aster on my head. I'll just do that so it's like a PNG. Because right now, it's fucking up pretty bad. So yeah, for now.
Hell yeah, PNG tuber era. Let's go. After.
Okay, you know
but
you can just mute the stream.
yeah. Oh god, it stabilized as soon as I stopped using my model. But okay. In that case, since it's all good and it's stable now, we can proceed with the session now. Apologies for the technical difficulties and the delay for everybody. But Sunny, take it away.
And that is our plan. And now we are currently left with the party in a relaxed state, wondering what is the next steps that they shall take.
I thought I will say didn't we say
Yeah.
that we should go where Katya and Trixie spotted where the dude came from? And they saw an abandoned
I forgot that
kind of
y'all
village.
I forgot y'all actually discussed that bit.
Yeah. So the idea was to
When
head
the
there.
plan is when at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna say we were gonna start making our way over there.
Alrighty. Now, Trixie will say, are you wanting to walk, or how fast do we want to get there?
He's like, are you offering to fly us?
I think that information's a bit obvious, isn't it?
I didn't want to make the assumption. I felt it would be rude, but we would appreciate it if you could get us there as quickly as possible. The sooner we can investigate, the better. Though we should inform Asmodeus of where we're going first.
Alrighty. Head on to town, inform them, and then I'll set up so that way we can head out.
Thank you. We'll meet you outside of Fandover once we've informed him.
What'd you say, Draco?
Oh, Dyrex was just asking, is there anything you'd like him to tend to in the meantime?
Nothing as of now, I think, needs tending to, so as long as we inform Asmodeus, so he's aware of our location and where we're going to search, we should be fine.
Alright.
Alrighty.
And-
Well, with that, just give me a call. Just let me prepare myself a bit, and I'll be ready off to join you lot.
Understood. And I guess Atreus is coming with Aster. So we're gonna bebop our way over and we're going to go inform Asmodeus. Bebop
let
boop
me-
da doop da walking down the promenade.
No. Yeah, I was about to say, let me say, we're waltzing down the promenade.
Just
Wait, hold on.
waltzing down the promenade.
Walking down the
Down
promenade.
promenade, waltzing down the promenade.
I dragged the tracks way off to the side because I could. Wow.
I love
I
love how
drag it
Draco-
really far just in one fell swoop.
I love
because I
how-
can just drag it to my other moon.
I love how Draco actually sensibly had Dyrax walk, while I'm just kind of having Aster prance, and then you two went off like little crackheads. Okay, Sonic.
But-
Grandpa's got the
fast.
walker out. Full on tennis.
Hang on, something I really badly wanted to say was just like I can imagine if this was like nowhere near as serious as it needed to be, and Travis would have just gone are you offering to fly us there? I think that information's a bit obvious. Woo, dragons!
But we'll make our way over to Asmodeus, and where would you say he's at, Sonny?
In town where you left him.
Okay, so when Aster and
What-
Atreus,
again?
So, Aster, Atreus, Direct went to go prep and do his thing. Aster and Atreus approach him, and Aster will say, Asmodeus, Trixie and Katya have a lead on the possibility of where the necromancer could be and where he's hiding. Also, I don't know if you saw the dragons, but Trixie and Katya took care of that too.
I definitely did see the dragon, and that is a good start. That's a good place.
Tabletop. Where was the location again that we were going to investigate?
It was described as one of the abandoned colonization villages from before the island became its own thing.
Okay. Aster will say, we're going to
It
investigate
is
one of
also
the...
in the middle of. It is also in the middle of what is known as the reserve, or the big chunk of woodland that is relatively untouched by everybody.
Okay. Aster will say to Asmodeus, we're going to investigate one of the abandoned villages, the one that is in the middle of a reserve of untouched land.
Alrighty.
And so far, it's just me, Atreus, and Dirax will come with us since Jet is out of commission.
We'll keep him safe here. Make sure that he is stable. We'll also keep an eye on your sister in the meantime.
Thank you, I greatly appreciate it. And with that, we're going to head out now.
Good luck. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid.
It's like,
Well, hang on.
get a little chuckle from Aster. He's like, I don't plan on doing that last one.
Hang on. Sonny, you mentioned what I was going to bring up. Should we check on Aminta? Should we check?
Considering she still wants to stab
You
her brother, I'm gonna say no. But I will. But you do. But you do make a fair point. But
Yes, and then Trace would pipe up and just say, "Couldn't we go check on your sister?"
you see Aster when he's turning around getting ready, and then you say that he pauses for a moment. He's like, and he looks at Asmodeus. He's like, "Is she of more sound mind, or is she still aggressive?"
Not as aggressive, but I do think that's mainly because she
You gotta speak up, Sonny. I heard nothing at the end there.
Yeah, you were way too quiet.
She is less aggressive, but I do think that's more because she didn't sleep much through the night.
In that case, then it might be best to leave her be. She's not gonna exactly still be stable if she hasn't slept either.
I will say though, she did attempt to try and pull something to try to get herself to the keys. Try to grab one of the guards on duty to grab his keys.
That is concerning. Though I guess not surprising considering her state of mind. Just keep her safe and keep an eye on her. And if she is coherent enough, let her know that I'll be back soon to talk to her when she's better.
All right. Good luck.
He gives him a little nod before turning around and starts making his way to the entrance of Fandover. Because, they got me outside.
And yeah, and when you get to where you're meeting Trixie, you'll see that she is in her draconic form, as a big old ancient ancient white dragon. Yippee!
For a second, I thought you said ancient Greek. I was like, this motherfucker's been listening to too much epic.
Ancient Greek.
Yeah. See, this ancient Greek dragon just Odysseus.
Behold,
Kill the
the ancient
dragons!
Greek dragon.
But Aster will approach. Aster will approach and wave. And how does he want to handle this? He's like, is Dyrax here yet?
I will say now, Dyrax, what would you have been doing?
For the most part, Dyrex would obviously have left Jet off at the one of the main monasteries to be watched over by his fellow brothers and sisters. And then overall, he would actually be going around town looking for any remnants of supplies. Looking for things of water, Jet of silver, stuff like that. Stuff to any make last-minute holy supplies.
Wait,
I will let you
none
roll.
of that. I heard none of it because I heard none of it because my thing dropped for a moment. One moment, let me leave and come back to the VC.
Okay.
Let me leave and come
Okay.
back. Because for some reason, my Discord and internet and everything are fucking up bad tonight. I apologize for the technical difficulties.
I
am back.
I did hear it.
And that's why Sin is just so lovely.
I love you.
Hi.
Anyway,
Okay.
can you hear me now?
Yes, you're crystal clear.
Okay. Yeah, just to repeat myself, just to make sure for you. As I said, Dyrax is currently looking around town, gathering up any last-minute supplies for, like last-minute holy water or anything that could be proven useful
Okay.
against potential necromancer threats.
I will let you roll investigation.
Let's go. Let me.
And I will let you roll for if you do get if I will say this. The DC is 10, but if you get past an 18, I'll let you find something else that I just will randomly think of that could be helpful for y'all in the plot. It'll be pure improv, but for funnies.
Well, Sonny.
How's a 20
Glad you just
sound?
did that. Yeah, actually, nat 20, totaling 21.
Oh,
Holy
damn!
fucking shit.
Okay, so I will say this.
I wrote that way before you even said that. So, give me my plot-relevant item. Give me my MacGuffin thing.
Give me my plot armor.
Give me my military grade assault rifle.
I'll also include something else that's kind of relatively fun. I will say this. In terms of, like, in the area that a lot of people were stampeding through and trying to get away from the Minotaur attacks, you do definitely see various different cases of, like, water, some people with, like, with, like, silver powder and such. Definitely do see some things that a lot of people had left behind on accident because they dropped it during the panic. Which I will say also for the funds, you also see a case of like, I also see a relatively now definitely ransacked after the fact case of like what is meant to hold like different potion bottles, and you'll find inside 3 graded potions of healing.
Ooh, let's go. And by water bottles and like pouches of silver, just quick question is so how many bottles of holy water or vials of holy water could I make with that? For no particular reason whatsoever.
You know what? Fuck it. Roll 2 d20s. Add them together. That's how many you can make.
Okay.
Because you rolled that nat 20.
All right, guys, let's go. We're gonna test my luck again. That's 9.
I thought you were about to go. What's that? That's winning.
20 things of
All right,
holy water
9
just suddenly drop into our hands.
Yeah.
So you can make
Well, I'll say-
9 vials of holy water with it. And you can
Yeah,
definitely
so I'll say
attribute
this is
to
direct-
the amount of silver that you find rather than the amount of water that you find.
Ooh, okay.
And for your
So with-
plot relevant funny haha book thing, I will just say you find a pile of books that somebody left that definitely dropped out of somebody's like bag, and it was definitely a case for like a merchant trying to take his or her merchandise. But you'll find a funny little book called Arcane Metals, or Dummy's Guide to Arcane Metals 101.
Dummy's Guide to Arcane Metals 101.
Wow, what a conveniently placed book. So, to Arcane Metals 101. Huh. What a mysteriously well-placed book.
Mm.
Oh well. Would be a
What
fun
a
read for later.
conveniently shaped
As-
lamp.
The funny thing is, the good thing is, Dyrx knows that this is useful, at least because we talked about the Sorcerer's Heart before he heard it.
Yeah, so if anything, it's just like, wow, what a suspiciously convenient book. Holy
So-
shit, a convenient book!
Yeah, good thing it's not a thing you're having to do the whole "ooh, cool book" kind of joke.
Nice. What the fuck is? Oh, hey, that's an anti-tank rifle. Oh, fuck! That's an anti-tank rifle.
I'm gonna laugh if Sunny somehow gave me like the Tome of Ultimate Good. I was gonna laugh if that was what I actually got.
I totally thought for shits and gigs she's like, so you just find a gun in the rubble. No, I'm kidding. I thought that's what she was gonna pull. It's like you just find a desert eagle just sitting there.
Why do
Hold
you
on,
want to keep
hold
giving
on.
the priest a gun? Jesus Christ! I mean,
No,
Grants would go
hold on.
hard
No.
with it, but still.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
No,
the
no,
power
no,
of
no.
God
The reason you
compels
give up-
motherfucker.
No, the reason you give a priest a gun is so the priest can say this badass line of being like, "God forgives you, but I don't." Bang.
You guys are not gonna believe this. I just
Quick.
did a thing.
Quick,
in my
someone
head.
call an ambulance. But not for
But not
me.
for me.
Me.
Wait, hold on, guys.
I mean, that is.
I need to explain this. When you mentioned Dyrx finding a gun, I was like, screw it. If I roll a low number, he'll get the gun. He'll get just a convenient gun. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh
I
God.
So what you're telling me is I get the anti-undead bazooka of ultimate smiting, right? That's a
No,
totally
you-
real weapon, by the way.
No, he gets the pepper
No,
box.
you just also no. I was just gonna say you find. Yeah, you know what? You just find a case with a pepper box.
Oh hell yeah!
So he found an actual
Fuck
gun.
Eh, not
Multi-class gunslinger.
I just did it for the funnies, and I have to commit. I rolled for the funnies, and I have to commit. That is the
Can you-
rule of my life.
Can any of us even use
Hang on,
the
I gotta
gun?
go find the-
The only one who could have. Sadly, he had to dip out
It's a
the
martial
campaign.
weapon.
It's a what weapon?
I mean, it's a martial weapon, so no, it technically it's its own clap.
fire.
If it's a I was supposed to say, if it's a martial weapon, then Atreus can fucking shoot bitches.
Yeah,
Because
no,
Atreus
the
can
issue
put
here
a
is I
shit in
forgot-
everything.
Just carries a
D&D
Glock on his
firearm
hip.
is- Okay, actually, here's the thing. It's up to Sonny. So, Sonny, would Atreus have been professionally trained to use guns as a paladin? Is
Fuck
that
no.
something that was taught in his
No.
curriculum?
Man couldn't even use
No.
it actually because guess what? That depth perception is not going to be good.
Yeah, here's the thing.
I will
Directs
say
can't
this.
use it even
No,
if
I
it's not true.
can't
on.
use it. It's just it
Okay.
would just be a disadvantage.
I will say,
Hold on.
I will
Here's a
say,
question, Draco. Would Direx have lived in the Golden Empire for a minimum of 2 years?
Okay, counter question. How prevalent is the Church of Bahamut, or was the Cultus of Tiamat active in those areas at any point?
Religions are practiced in the Golden Empire, but you have to pay a fine. You have to pay a hefty fine for it, for the church to exist, or for the owners of the church to keep it open.
Listen, I may be old, but I'm not made of money, so no.
Then you would not. Then, for that reason, you cannot have knowledge of firearms based on location.
But
So,
in that case,
do you
it's just
have
something to sell.
in other reasons you have access to firearms?
Yeah.
You'll just have a gun now.
Yeah, so like, one thing that'd be fucking funny is that Atreus is just like in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. It's like there's a fucking fighting style that you can get where you just have your lightsaber in your right hand, the left hand you just have like a blaster. Atreus has his great sword in one hand, the other hand he's the pepper box. Just fucking hit something, and then he's like points up with his left hand, he just goes, surprise! Like smile and
I
wait for
will
the
say-
flash.
I will say we should get back to refocusing on the story. Also,
Yeah.
let's be careful when we all try to jump in, because I notice when we do, we all talk at the same time, and I know that is overwhelming.
Yeah.
And that is, that is a little bit.
Yeah.
That is okay.
That's why I can use myself.
But after you do all this searching, that is all you'll find that really piques your interest.
So Draco, did you know you can unmute and talk
Okay.
for now?
Yeah. Yes, I'm aware. Don't interrupt me, Senna! Anyway. But anyway, I'll say this is after scouring about, Direx would acknowledge the book and be like, and would unironically go, well, isn't this convenient? Before putting it into his own satchel, before I'll say he would return back over to where Atreus and Aster had went off to, and while he's walking over there, I would say it's blatant and obvious that you can see him taking vials of water, pouring some of the shavings in, and actively shaking them up like a bartender putting on a show.
Astra would
Or he's
say.
making holy water cocktails.
Astra would say, what are you doing with the vials?
Shaking the hell out of it.
I know that is not how he actually responds.
I'm just disappointed.
The worst part is, I didn't do the voice, but you know what? After he looks at you and says, "Shaking the hell out of it," and then
You'll
shows
get a.
you the sparkling vial.
Astra would laugh and then be like, I can tell, but what are you making?
Well, we're hunting down a necromancer, correct?
Yes.
And what's better to fight the undead than, a couple drops of holy water?
Fair point. I didn't know you could make holy water. That will be incredibly useful. If you have a few spare bottles, it'd be good to give some to Atreus. And I have actually, and he pulls out a little flask. I actually have 2 myself on me.
Well, I managed to make a little decent amount on my way here, so I'll happily redistribute some. As Direx will go ahead and keep 3 for himself, hand another 2 to Aster, and then hand Atreus 4.
Got it? Oh, up that then I got 4.
for.
Yeah.
This is. Wait. Is my keyboard half working? My
The
keyboard's
technical
gonna-
difficulty is spreading. The technical
In the,
difficulties are spreading.
meantime-
Why is my keyboard being a fucker?
I feel like every time we try to get back on track, something happens.
Well, I'm
Just-
sorry.
It's not on you. I just think it's funny that it went from me to now it's spread to you.
Hang on.
Oh boy, I can't wait to be the next one in the turn order.
Goes from me, then it goes to Austin, and it's gonna go to Draco, and then it's gonna get Sunny.
With Sunny, her entire computer just fucking fries and blows up.
Oh god, she left. She's gone. Look what you've done.
Oh, yeah, she blew up.
I had to do the joke.
But yeah, continuing on, just to explain the rest of it. Once Austin gets his stuff fixed,
Here, I can write it down
in
for
the
you,
meantime,
Austin.
Direct will
It's just
reach
my
into
keyboard.
his.
I just need to. I'll be right back. And I have the keyboard instructed somewhere. I just need to go find.
I
Okay.
hope you guys liked that joke. That was impulse. Just
It was funny. But Austin can hear us already. He has his headphones and stuff on. So you can continue.
As Direx will reach into his pack and actually pull out 2 bottles, because I don't remember Sunny actually described what the potions actually looked like. Unless that's up to me.
I said 3 potions of greater heal.
Yeah, I know they are. It was just more of like, do they have any distinct visuals to them, or am I like free range on that?
Oh, okay. I will say they do have a red tint to them, not like your typical like red
Makes sense.
40 edible glitter, edible pigment red that you typically would see. These ones just have more of like a natural red to it, and it looks like they have like a couple like petals from flowers in it. And if you were to open one, it would have a kind of strong aloe and green onion scent mixed with like a floral scent. It's weird.
Alright, so pulling out 2 bottles that look essentially like slightly reddened herbal teas, as Direx will happily hold one out to both Aster and Atreus. And says, I also managed to, why did I forget the word I was saying? I managed to procure myself some decent healing potions as well.
Oh, thank you.
Figured you'd both enjoy one.
I greatly appreciate it.
Otherwise, now I can do my bit of writing down my writing down the holy word on my thing. It's times 4 water, and then in brackets hell free.
Hell free. Hell free.
But I accidentally nudged the fucking insert in my computer, and my keyboard disconnected, and I had the switch on the wrong setting, so it just fucked up.
But
Now,
you also got a greater healing potion,
As-
Austin, which is if you need to write down by it, it's a because I still had 2 on me. I keep getting a refill to 3, so 4d4 plus 4 is what a greater healing does.
Alright, so healing potion, great edition.
No, you should do it hell often because like Frosted Flake, they're great.
Hi, I conveniently forgot I had something planned at this moment to not be here.
I thought you were genuine for a second. I was like, you fucking serious?
I was literally about to sit here and say, Draco, with all the love in my heart, are you fucking serious? That was word for word what I was going to say.
Flutters eyes cutely.
Flutter's eyes cutely as everyone glares with like completely dead-eyed demon red eyes.
It's like that. It's like that one meme of like the weird worm face thing, where it's like I'm not giving you praise. You did this. It
You
was
did a shit
shit.
job.
But instead it was like yeah. But it's Draco just like fluttering eyes, being like, I'm not giving you praise. You left in the middle of a D&D session.
I've seen one of those where it was hang on, I've seen one of those where super quick. It was Athena and Odysseus. Odysseus, I'm not praising you. You just gave out your IP address to a Cyclops.
Continuing on, before we get too
Yeah.
off topic.
Real quick, just make sure you guys do know what the stats for holy water are, right?
What are the stats for holy water? Because we actually never got a chance to use it yet, so we don't know.
I will. Do you want me to go ahead and drop it off somewhere? Like, I can link it to you guys. For the most part, it's a improvised weapon that deals 2d6 radiant damage with a range of 20 to 60 feet.
20 to 60 feet. Let me put this down.
Yeah, let me go ahead and link it in NoMic so that you guys can actually look at its stats
So
itself.
it's 2d12?
Thank you.
No, it does 2d6.
He's put the roll 20 link in there, Mike.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's in NoMic. I should have clarified. Yeah, basically, as an action, you can basically take a holy flax, and you can either throw it at a creature, or you can pour it on one that's within reach of you. And it does 2d6 radiant damage to all undeads and fiends.
Nice. If it functioned like an oil, I dare say Atreus should cover his weapon in it.
I mean, I'd say that's more up to Sunny on how she wants to rule that.
It's a liquid, so I would say no.
Yeah, it needs to be more viscous like an oil for it to stick to a blade.
Okay, so guys, I'm gonna need some starch, some activator, and lots of glitter glue.
Mm. But you'd
I
want
think
it to
Sunny
be...
understood.
But that's why I said that, because it makes sense to use oil since it will stick to a blade better or a weapon better, rather than something that is so liquidy like water.
That's the thing, is normally you traditionally need water for the sake of purity reasons, but I mean, that's like really up to lore stuff, so it's... Again, that's like Sunny's call on if she would allow that.
Yeah. We would probably need to have you sit down somewhere at some point if we could to see if there would be a way to thicken it to apply it to somebody's weapon.
Yeah.
That would have to be a
But no,
me figuring out physics.
Yeah, so before we get like too deep into that and think about it, for the most part, look at it as backup weapons as a just in case.
Yeah.
That is the best way I would say to treat them for now.
Alrighty.
God, holy water is so fun.
But now that we got that, is there anything else that you're telling the party, Draco?
Oh, I mean, I did also come across this. And Dyrex is going to slowly pull out the book of Dummy's Guide to Arcane Metals.
Aster will actually, like, say, can I look at that? That actually, this will be great to figure out more about the Sorcerer's Heart and what all he can use it for.
Exactly why I picked it up. Be my guest. And he will happily hold it out to you.
He'll take it and be like, I'll read that while we're getting flown over there. Speaking of, as he looks over at Trixie, he's like, do we just climb on your back?
She'll like put a head down to make it easier for you to climb. I suggest you climb.
I'll get right on that. He's you see Aster like kind of awkwardly climb up because he's not sure.
Roll a dex check, please.
Oh god.
It'd be dex or strength for climbing.
Both or one?
No, it'd be it's acrobatics, isn't it? Technically, there's athletics.
It would be athletics. Can y'all roll athletics for me?
Got it. Where's...
I feel like it could go either or.
He's not the best, but he's not the worst. He got a 13.
Okay.
Can I assist Aster and give him advantage?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'll roll
As
again.
I recall this, yeah, after seeing you struggle, Dyrax is gonna come up right behind you. I swear, it's like you've never interacted with dragons
so
before.
much. You help so much.
How?
Because instead of an 11, I rolled a 12, so it goes up by 1 point, so 14.
Wow!
Hell yeah,
Oh
Glyph
man,
to
muscle.
save the day.
That struggle is still real.
I swear, it's like you've never climbed up on a dragon before. Wait, ah!
I will say that is a fail.
Just see Aster get so close. He's like, almost, and then he fucking falls. He fucking he twists his ankle or something. He's like, ah, and then he falls off.
Okay, Atreus got 18 plus 3, so that's 21. So Atreus.
Yeah, you do manage to climb up. Finding the right placements for your feet to like, kind of like heave yourself up in a way.
Yeah, and while Atreus is climbing, he's just saying to himself, just, never in my days, I think I'm climbing fucking dragon.
Aster, after having fallen on his ass, dusts himself off. He's like, let's try this again. And I'll re-roll. Do you want to help me again, Draco?
Okay. Yeah, I would help you guys. I was just gonna quickly ask, how tall is the dragon? And since Atreus is up there, because Dyrax is like 7 foot something. Can I just pick up Aster and hold him up to Atreus to pull him on?
Hold up. Let me check something real quick.
You're both
let me look at my
7 foot.
sources, aka Dr. Google.
You're both 7 foot. Aster is 6'1". You make a pretty long man altogether.
Atreus.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like...
How tall is Otto? 7'4"?
7'5".
7'5", then Atreus is 7'4".
So about
So,
when it comes to
yeah.
it's about 10 feet. The head itself is about, I think, this might be misremembering math, 10 feet up in the air to reach the top of the head.
Yes,
Oh yeah, no, then we can perfectly. Yeah, no, we can perfectly. Yeah, the question is, Cinna, do I have permission to pick your boy up?
You have permission
Would
to pick
Aster
up
allow
boys.
us?
Boys that you don't ask Cinna.
You could just pick up Aster. He'll be like, oh, this is happening, as you just pick him up.
Yeah, he's like, nope, hang on. Come here, young laddie. Atreus!
Just see Aster go, like, I just imagine you put your hands under his arms and he has his arms out like one of those, like when you hold a cat. He just has his arms out like when you hold a cat.
And what's Atreus replies, I was just gonna say is like, as Dirac would scramble over, grab Aster like halfway by when he's trying to reclimb up, and just holds him up like a wet cat.
Yeah.
Aster's just like, hello. Did you pull me up?
Yeah. Take this. Make sure he's safe.
That's one way to refer to Asa. Take this.
Take this.
Take this. Take this mess.
Take this. Take this.
Please take this mess. This little clumsy
Please take
sorcerer.
this little clumsy gay boy.
Listen, I don't know this boy that well yet.
I mean, Aster's not offended. He's just like, hi, can you pull me up, please?
Everyone in chat, Sunny's doing grabby hands at the camera.
Mm.
That's basically what he's doing.
That is low key what he's not doing like grabby hands, but he's like has his hands out like, please take my hands and pull me up. Does he?
Do so, Atreus.
Atreus leans down and grabs him. Do I have to do a strength check?
More so dexterity for the sake of coordination. It'll be an easy check. It's like a 5 easy.
Rolls a 1.
Why'd you have to say 5? I got a 4.
You're joking!
I'm not! I wish I
Oh,
was!
Draco, can
what?
you save this? Can you do a dex check to save this?
Can I do a dex check and save this
Yeah,
from one being held?
Sure. Let the old man do
It's a
dexterity.
coordination thing.
That's an
You both gotta do it.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, I passed it because I rolled a 13. So I know I passed it, regardless of if I add something or not. Which I technically would add 2. So, 15.
Draco.
Oh, did you not
No.
hear my answer? I got an 11.
So we save it.
Here's a question.
Barely.
Austin, what'd you roll in the dice?
2.
Okay, if that was a nat 1, you would have fallen off.
Yeah.
Nobody else would have fallen off, just you. But Aster, as you're like getting up and like Atreus is helping you up, he does like slightly slip, and some coordination as long as you manage to pull yourself up, and without falling.
Just like, as he like pulls himself up, he's like, not going down this time.
You feel Trixie just have a chuckle to her, and like you feel like the area that you're standing slightly move.
Yeah,
But not
Atreus
much.
would still be trying to find this balance. He'd be like, stop that!
Aster just be like,
You seen it?
he'd be like, I'd be embarrassed, but it makes, he's like, I should be more embarrassed, but also I would laugh at this.
But Dyrax, do you climb up by yourself, or do you ask for help?
Oh, he's climbing up by himself. I already like rolled way ahead of time. I just wanted to wait till everyone else was up. I got a 23.
Nice.
Yeah. No, Gramps pretty good at athletics. I got a saving
Nice.
grace in that.
You just pull yourself like basically in like enough good stride movements.
Yeah, I'd like to imagine Direct just does it perfectly, like as if he does this casually all the time before just casually dusting himself off slightly. Oh my god, I get to be on a dragon.
You
I've only
feel-
heard the higher class. Do it.
You feel the head raise up slightly before just going, 'I suggest you tie yourself down.'
It's a good thing then we still have some rope. Because as he pulls out hemp rope, he's like, I still have some supplies left from Oscar. And he you know, hands the rope around for everybody to be able to tie themselves down.
Now here's the question.
Do we
you
need to
guys
roll?
tie your- I will say this. There's a couple horns on the head that you can tie yourself to. Do you tie yourself to the same place? Do you tie yourself to where you have enough room to like physically move? Or do you like physically like tie yourself to the horn without room for much?
So what you're saying is, do we do it like Treasure Planet when they're near the black hole, or do we do it like Odysseus going through the sirens?
So basically,
Yes.
do we completely tie
Sunny?
ourselves down, or do we leave enough room for movement? Aster will leave enough room for movement because for Aster, he can cast Featherfall. If he falls, he can save his ass along with anybody else.
And Asta can make his own rope as well and make it so he can't move anyway.
Shut up. Aster just like fucking pops through your screen. He's like, shut up.
Looks at you, he's like, you fucking nut.
Okay.
Horny bastard.
Draco, what about you?
I was gonna quickly ask, as a dragonborn, can I identify where like the safest location without disturbing the dragon if I tie myself to any of it? Like, is there any potential like dorsal spikes or something?
There are some, like ridges along the edge. The area that you have the best like area to like actually tie yourself around will be like the two smaller horns more in towards the head. And a good place to note is that if you were to try to tie yourself around any of like the ridges along the hair, stay as far away from the nape of the neck as you can and be more towards the front of the head.
Alright, if that's the case, then what I will do is I'll have Dyrax kind of tie himself to the like two smaller horns on the side, but have it be set up like one of those like one of those harness leashes, so that if he falls off, he's just kind of hanging there like SpongeBob back from the movie.
That's funny. I know exactly. It's the first one where he goes to like Shell City. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, now you know the one I'm talking about.
I'm up here.
Now, what about the rest of y'all?
Aster will follow Dyrax's thing. He even asks like where would be best, and when he points out where would be best, he will tie himself. He will tie himself in a similar manner, but still leave room for movement to cast a spell. Because, like I said, if anybody falls off, he will be the difference between whether somebody dies or lives.
And while I don't have Featherfall, I have plenty of good defensive spells that way if we're somehow interrupted in the air. Or, crash land for whatever reason. Dyrax can already spring into action.
It also helps that I can do twin spells, so I can hit two people at once. It's not a concentration spell, it's an instantaneous.
That is actually going to be useful.
Yeah, I can do twin spells, so I can not only use one spell, so not only can I use one spell slot to cast it, I can get two in one, and then I can still cast one more, to cover somebody, and it's instantaneous, not a concentration spell.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Atreus, how are you tying your rope?
I'm trying to debate if he just wants to go, fuck it, and then just does it just around his waist and then like tie to where they're tied to, or if he wants to go full, it's like, I don't want to risk fucking anything.
Oh wait, I don't even have to do
I'm
twin
trying
spell.
to think.
I don't even have to do twin spell. Featherfall lets you choose up to 5.
You want to flip a coin?
I'll just roll my d20. Evens. Fuck. Evens I fuck? Odds I don't.
Catherine's not here, so
Damn!
No Goliath baby making for you.
Well, I guess I'm not needed here.
Yeah.
Yeah, evens. It's just the waist. Odds, it's full Odysseus. We're going just the waist. He's fucking playing the cards. Shit.
So he's fully tied down.
No. He's tied down where it's just his waist is attached to where he ties the fucking rope to.
Okay, so everybody
That's
has a
all
little
it
bit of
is.
movement.
mm-hmm.
From the
Hey, you
sounds
know
of
what I
it.
just realized? If Trixie starts plummeting too, I can save Trixie! Because it doesn't say it matters about the size. It's just 5 willing creatures.
Yeah. But I will say, for the sake of like making sure you guys do an actual good job with the rope, roll me a what would be for tying knots? Would that be Dex? I'm pretty sure that'd be Dex. Roll me a Dex and then a Perception to see if you can see that your rope is well tied.
Okay, let me roll a dex. Huh, finally! Something decent, Aster! Something decent! That's a 17.
Yeah, 18 for me.
That's a 17 for me.
Hey,
And I'll roll
Sonny.
perception.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I don't want to say this out loud.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
For what it's... Before we get to that, I rolled a...
Roll.
Before we get to what he's done to himself, I would just like to say I rolled a 17 for dex tying knots, and I rolled a 19 for perception checking. I love that +4.
Okay, what about you, Atreus?
He rolled an 18. So he
For
rolled the
Dex?
best.
And then what for Perception to make sure that you
Oh,
to
yeah,
see if
perception.
you-
That is plus what? That is +1, so that is 13.
So we'll start. Aster, you tied the rope great. Actually, wait, no, I'll start with Atreus because I have something I can do. Atreus, you tie the rope really good, and you're confident enough that this will work. You feel like maybe you can add a tiny bit of like extra knots just to make sure that you yourself won't slip. But otherwise, you're really good. Aster, you tied your knot really well. You're secure. You have enough room to maneuver in case of emergencies. But then now you'll look over at Dyrax. You'll see him tie his rope, and you'll see that in his rope there is a bit of a fray in the in-between of where the rope ties to the horn and to him, and he does not seem to notice.
Aster's just like, Dyax, you may want to replace the rope. You have a fray in it. A very sizable one.
What are you talking about? I made sure this rope is perfectly.
I was about to say, I'm just waiting for the. Nah, it's fine.
Aster goes, and he's like, tug on the one around your waist real quick.
All
And
right,
when he
fine.
tugs, it does it snap
I'll
at the
press-
fray.
Yes.
He's like,
It snaps immediately and with a hug.
He just looks disappointed. Just sad dragon look.
He's like, Aster's like, here's some more rope. It'll be okay.
Just like
Atreus just has his arms crossed, look at this, just like, how did we get stuck with this guy now? He's just surprised.
Alright, Sunny, do I need to re-roll?
yes. Does anyone help them?
No fucking way!
I'll help him. I'll help him to give him advantage.
Alright.
You rolled a 1, didn't you? No. What did you roll? Don't tell me it was 2 1s. It was 2 1s, wasn't it?
Okay, here's the funny thing. With his initial roll, he rolled 2 nat 1s. With this one, he rolled a nat 1 and a nat 20.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you could tell your rope is
No.
so is that for the decks? That should be for the decks, actually, for tying it. I was about to say, so you tied your rope ship and you noticed it immediately, but I'm like, wait, no, this is just for tying the rope.
Yeah, if anything, Dyrex is like, ugh, no, this rope is terrible. And it's like the most elaborate sailor knot you have ever seen. Like, that shit is not coming loose.
It's like the highest level Boy Scout fucking knot.
I was just like, no, it looks perfectly fine. Look, way better than before. No phrase.
It's look. There's way too many ties though, and I overlapped it, and then I got too paranoid, and it's like, it's too much work. I'm not gonna undo it. If I fall, I'll be fine. I can save myself.
I'll save you if you fall.
Aww.
Hmm.
He's like,
Ha!
he's like, we're all tied. We're all tied. We're all good. Trixie, I believe we're ready now.
She lifts her head a bit higher up and like adjusts herself to get ready for launch before just going, ready?
As ready as I think we
Hold on.
can be.
Hold on tight, and then you'll
I'm
just
pretty good.
feel the wind of like the air around her like swoosh as her wings expand. Before then lifting off the ground.
Oh!
And I'll ask everyone to make a saving throw in order to not like immediately fall on your feet.
What's
and
the
rely
saving
on the
throw?
rope.
What kind of saving?
The saving throw is going to be a dexterity.
So just a +2 for me if I get anything. Okay, Aster, you got a 15.
I got a 12.
Face plants.
I got an 18, but that was a nat 20.
Nat 20 minus 2?
So the old man gets the best roll.
Okay, so for this,
What is your
you'll
luck
start
tonight?
to lift off, and Direct, you're able to keep yourself steady. Aster, you're able to keep yourself at least on your feet.
Sonny just starts.
Don't take a moment to
keep yourself
breathe
on your
first.
feet. Sonny, you just start to fucking perish. Aster and Trace, you guys both just fall on your fucking ass.
No! I didn't fall on my ass. Let her talk after she's done dying.
Yeah, I was about to say, but not when she's dying.
Aster, you start,
Sunny, you like it?
yes, Aster, you feel like a bit wobbly, but you manage to hold on to the horn that you're tied to in order to keep yourself, somewhat stable. Atreus, you feel yourself slip, and as you are lifted into the air, slide slightly off, and you are not dangling off, but you're definitely like not standing upright with some slack to the rope. The rope is definitely keeping you.
Yeah,
On the
I'm just doing. He's Trace is doing like the Michael Jackson lean just on the side.
Yep.
Aster's just holding on to where he tied himself. He's just like, oh, riding a dragon is much different than I thought it would be.
And then Trace just pipes up, just speak for yourself.
Just sees him off to the side. He's like, do you need help?
No, I'm fine. I tied the rope well. I'm fine.
You can't.
I don't know about the rest of you. I'm doing pretty great.
Shut up, old man! No one cares! Just because you don't need a fucking walking cane doesn't mean you're special.
And I will say this. As you all are, moving around, you all get a glorious view. Lots of forest, big paths that lead up and down the mountain. You even see like a couple of like pastures that are full of various creatures. Many a horse, but also woolly mammoth.
This is breathtaking. Oh, look, a woolly mammoth. Just like on a nice little Sunday drive.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is a nice woolly mammoth.
What is a woolly mammoth?
Wait, woolly mammoth.
Aster, I will say,
Wait, woolly mammoth.
I will say Aster definitely points to where he sees it. Though obviously not everybody's able to tell where he's pointing. But you definitely see him like just relax a bit as he's seeing everything go by.
And where you end up going is you end up like going more down the mountain before taking a turn along the side of the mountain, going towards the more opposite side of the mountain where you see this really big patch of forest all along up the mountain. Still very snowy, but more down the mountain, going more into the areas where there is less protections from the harsh weather. Because if you were to remember from before, when you were going up the mountain, there was a certain weird aura that surrounded a good chunk of the top of the mountain where Findover resides, that only stops at the very peak of the mountain.
I do
Going
remember
down
that.
and down towards that, you're exiting this extra area of safety, and the winds definitely shift temperatures in this area.
Much colder.
Much colder.
He's like, you just hear Aster go, oh, thank the gods for warming stones. Actually, now that I think about it, Atreus over there with a warming stone is the only one not affected that has a warming stone. Poor Dyrex back there's probably freezing his old bones off.
Correction. Trace never got his warming stone back from Mimi.
Never mind.
Never got
No,
it
she
back.
gave it back.
It's not on my character sheet.
You forgot to
Oh,
write it
man.
down then, bitch.
I
The DM's
remember
handing-
her giving it back.
The DM is giving you a win, man. Don't look the gift horse in the mouth.
I'm taking it, but I'm looking at the mouth still.
I don't know why I'm so tempted to say direct Family Guy death pose, but that's not serious. No, if anything, Direct actually does seem nicely wrapped up in his cloak. If anything, he's currently kind of standing up, letting the breeze drag his vestments in the air, and he just be just enjoying the view. He looks surprisingly the most serene you have ever seen this man.
For the little time we have known him.
Yeah. Like,
I
this
imagine-
man just radiates pure calmness.
I
Like,
imagine
he's got the nice little smile on his snout. The wind in his hair blowing his like cloak around. Just a smile of pure joy on him.
Now that I think about it, can someone make me a perception check if they so wish, if they're looking around
Yes.
the environment?
I'm looking around, so yeah.
That's the 5. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
That
I
is
see
a.
nothing.
Let me pull up my perception. It's a +4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 18.
You do see.
Okay, my perception.
You gotta love them +4s.
What'd you get, Draco?
I got a 6. I got a 16.
And just to make sure, what'd you get, Senna?
18.
Okay. Direct. Okay, so for the sake. Actually, you wouldn't even know this, Aster. Okay. So you all see in the like more towards the bottom of the mountain, more towards where the beach that you all arrived from, a very lanky, long, large creature jumped from the shore and is currently, in a weird way, without wings, kind of coasting along the waters just above it, heading more towards the main.
Towards the main town?
In its mainland, as in, like, the big
Oh.
continent.
Oh, okay.
And another thing that you notice is that this creature is very lanky and has like patches of fur along it, and it, like the color scheme that it seems Zidana is more of like a pink and white. Dyrax, could you roll me an intelligence check because you are knowledgeable in dragons.
So, like, just a flat knowledge, or would I be rolling like history?
History.
I was about to say, because like Derek's is pretty good at history. Yeah, that's a 13.
Even plus your things?
Holy shit, is that a cherry dragon?
Yeah.
A cherry dragon?
9 plus 4. The cherry dragon.
Yep.
Does he
You just
audibly
see a cherry
say...
dragon heading towards the mainland.
Do you just audibly say out loud a cherry dragon?
I mean, yeah, I guess whatever the fuck a cherry dragon. What
You
is a
see
cherry
all-
dragon?
For context, because I have mentioned this lore, and I'm not entirely sure if either you remember it or you weren't there when I mentioned it. There are different kinds of dragons in the world. There are the chromatic, there are the metallic, there are the gem, and then there are the nature dragons. A cherry
I
dragon
was
is a nature
not a part of any of that. Okay.
I just
Do
imagine-
I know anything particularly about their temperaments or like their natural habits?
They are one of the smaller of the nature dragons, and they are also most particular the more shy of the nature dragons. Nature dragons in themselves have a more, they're on one of the in the section of like lawful dragons, but not lawful in the sense of justice, but more lawful in the sense of good vibes.
Kind of like lawful neutral.
As in, like, do they have their own? Like, so, like, do they have their own restrictive contact that they follow orders of, or like, I guess for like the cherry one, like, what lawful, like, what best alignment would match their lawfulness?
Lawful good.
Oh, it's a cherry dragon.
Uh,
Odd to see one out here this far out in the wild, let alone heading towards the mainland.
A Cherry dragon?
I wonder what business. Oh, they're one of the newer species, or at least newer to my studies.
Hearing that
They're
it's a
essentially
dragon,
primordial dragons. Yeah.
hearing that it's a dragon. Also, sorry, I popped a Reese's in my mouth. But
Be fine.
hearing that it's a dragon, Aster actually looks over at Trixie, knowing that territorial, and he's just like looking to see if Trixie reacts in any such way when that's mentioned.
I will also say this for the sake of the history check. Another thing that you would know, Draco, is that it is believed among dragons themselves, not in particular those who follow specific dragon deities, but it's like those beyond religion believe that when it comes to the dragons, is that there was initially one dragon that made the entire continent itself. And all the types of dragons were born from that one. The chromatic dragons were made from his flesh. The metallic were made from his blood. The gem were made from his bone, and the nature dragons were made from his spirit. And when it comes to what Trixie says, is that being like, she lives on the island. And she has her hoard. We made a deal that as long as her hoard is at the very bottom of the mountain, that she can reside there, and as well as the fact of she does not intend on taking from our hoard of itself. A relatively nice lady. She runs a bookshop in town.
At that, I was just like, bookshop? Do you mean the woman that Jet was chatting up?
That would be correct.
Huh. I'll be honest. Jet mentioned her smell being different, but I didn't think much of it. Now it makes sense.
Dyrax, you just hear this and now you're thinking, wait, they actually talked to the cherry dragon?
I mean, if anything, right now, Darius is just kind of sitting here, fucking just being like, okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
Yeah. And
I mean, you know, the little pink twink hitting up a cherry dragon. You know what? That checks out.
what did you just call him?
The little pink twink. You heard me.
To be honest, he is dressed all in pink.
I saw that character design. I saw that art. I know Polka.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say Atreus isn't very phased by it because he's like, I mean, like in his head, he's like, considering the fact that they came back and then I found out that this motherfucker and the other motherfucker are dragons. It's not surprising anymore.
Trixie does say,
God,
and for
he's
the
a dragon.
record,
She's
there
a
are no
dragon.
other dragons that we know of on. And I will say this: it does come to a part where everyone does land on the ground and a tiny bit. Well,
Yo.
oh wait, I
Oh.
This is from the
hang on, we got a new
actual.
map.
Did I do the right map? I did do the right map.
This is cool.
Sorry, my thing's a little slow.
Yeah, it does look nice.
Oh, I'm moving the actual.
Oh, yeah. Oh no.
Mm.
I mean, yay! I totally don't recognize this place.
And I gotta do some stuff.
Gay boy.
You can't generally follow the path with how you have it, so it's not bad.
Yeah, and there's
That's
note
a
that
gay
each square is 10.
boy.
Waltzing down the promenade.
Waltzing down the promenade, little shit. Oh god, I just remembered. I have this fucker. Yeah.
Don't diss him. Your first Atreus is still precious.
First Atreus is fucking bad.
He's still precious.
Don't make.
I made it in a
Don't make me
rush
get-
before the
don't make me
first
get-
one, before the first session. It was bad.
Hey, don't make me. Listen, if you keep making fun of your old Atreus, I'll bust out one of tokens.
Yeah, now I'll make fun of that. No, I'm kidding.
Bruh, you bitch.
You know what? Fuck you. Your boy's upside down.
And because
You know what?
I want to mention this, for the love of gods, do not judge the fact that for the love of God, please don't judge the fact that I use the actual map from the thing. I wanted to edit it to make it snowy. Don't judge my
No, that's fine.
don't judge error in continuity.
It's
It's
okay.
alright.
We understand.
Here. Yeah,
Besides,
Sonny, I know how to
I
fix the
have-
problem.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, I have a solution. Oh, yeah, we had the same idea.
Go sit in the corner.
Oof,
Go
no.
sit. No. Go sit in the corner.
I already am in the corner. Fine, I'll be more in the. Why do I keep grabbing the wrong token? There, I'm in the corner. Aster, are you happy?
Yes.
Anyway, here you go. Matter of fact, here you go, Atreus.
Why
Oh,
are
it's
bats?
not supposed to be that big. Oh, no. Oh God, white!
Oh my god, it's the white.
Just flashbang.
I actually had
Allie.
to turn on my room light because it did get flashed.
I will say this. Never mind. My roommate's in the bathroom. I was gonna use the bathroom real quick.
If we need a quick
L.
break, we can take a quick break.
If we need to take a quick 5, wouldn't be against it.
So just gotta wait to see if my
I could use
roommate
it.
is intending on showering or just using the bathroom, and I'll let it.
What are your guys' thoughts on Adventure Time being in Fortnite?
Is that a thing that's happening?
It's.
That's a thing that happened the other day.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's.
Everyone take a break and stretch. Ellie, if I stretch, I'm in pain.
Everyone
actually-
take a break. Everyone take a break.
Well, in that case, I will actually go use the restroom room real quick then. You guys be good.
That means it's working. No, Ellie, I went to the gym again this morning, motherfucker. I stretched beforehand.
Okay, so chat, I have a fun day to talk about you. So, starting out, recently we got a new rabbit, right? And he's like this beautiful
is
gray
Bugs.
blue color. No, sadly we didn't name him Bugs. If I remember correctly, my sister has named him Gas Fucker.
What?
It's because when you gas him up and get him fully revved, he's really known for being good with the ladies. And so now we have a rabbit that is going to be our main breeding buck.
I'm just gonna take over. Epic the musical.
So we have a buck by the name of Gas Fucker who is now officially a part of.
Draco,
Now,
that was kind of a sign for you to stop.
Anyway, so next up on the topic is recently we have 3 turkey chicks who are actually kind of getting into their juvenile. They're getting kind of big. And we've actually recently been building a brooder house for them, which is going to be fun. Or brooder or what's the word I'm looking for? Safe place where they can grow the fuck up.
Roadhouse.
But yeah, so now we're getting gobbles. Starting
My roommate is in fact
we got
taking
Jen.
a shower.
Damn.
Nice.
Also, they're burning down the chat. God dang it.
Hooray! The chat is no more.
Hold on.
Yay!
I'll get the fire extinguisher.
Sonny, you make it sound like we have money to afford that.
Hang on.
I got it.
Set fire to the chat.
Guys!
Don't worry. I'll save chat. I'll save chat, guys. Don't worry. You can rely on me.
Joke's on you, I filled the extinguishers with gasoline. Oh my god, I can do so much more than one message.
Oh yeah?
Cinna's gonna get upset!
Don't worry. Cinna, come back soon. Cinna, we need you.
She'll come back to. Hang on. She will come back to ashes once we're done with the place.
Imagine OBS crashes while this is happening.
It won't. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire! Fuck the cafe. I'm sick of this place.
No, at some point, no. Don't leave me alone. Fire has a gun. There's so many fire emojis. That makes me so confused.
It's so funny because most of the fires are stopping on top of Aster, so it looks like it's burning alive.
It doesn't help that he's the fire guy.
The chat with water. Oh my god. Let's see.
There's the fire extinguisher emojis.
Oh, I didn't realize. You can see the number now. I unlock the next badge for bits in 14,293 bits. Hold down.
Yay.
Do not buy that many bits.
I'm not going to because if I were to get 10,000, like if I were to get 10,000, that's $200. So fuck that. Not like I want to spend
Yeah,
that much
they've
money on
unlocked a
Senna,
new
but still
Senna.
fuck that.
The singular head
Stream
pass.
revenge. Listen, there's nothing wrong with chat. Honestly, chat is just a little misguided. Isn't that right, guys? We love you. Except for Austin. He's just a grouchy grump who hates everyone. But it's okay, guys. I'm here. You're safe now. The mean Austin won't get you with his scary spider.
You know, Ali's Australian as well.
Who the hell is Alex?
One of the fucking people who's been in chat, you moron.
Oh yeah, that person. Yeah, okay. Ted says you're only, likes the other.
So why is my
Finally,
fucking
someone
chat
who
on
actually
fire?
agrees that spiders aren't scary. Okay.
Look how deep into this shenanigans that they put the chat on fire.
Why is everybody burning my chat? Austin, you're the cause of this. I see you.
Am I the? No, I'm not. I wasn't the first one that did it.
Ava was the first.
Ava, then Draco, and then suddenly tried to put it out, and then Austin went full fucking ham, spamming paragraphs, and Ava with him.
Yeah, because
Scatter,
as a
come back here,
mod,
you fucking
we don't
bee.
have as a mod, we don't have a chat cooldown, so I can just go ba-dun, 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 ba-dun.
Come back here, you fucking bee. Allie, I see you. Get the fuck back here with your bumblebee ass.
Spawn point, I did nothing. Spawn point, before this all started, you started chanting Sunny as resident god.
Yeah, no, Spawn Point didn't do anything. I can vouch for him.
I see chat is on fire. It's all their fault. I trusted my friends and that was a mistake.
No, hang on. Spawn point, you're not clean on this. I said jokes on you. I filled the fire extinguishers with gasoline. Fucking innocent my left testicle.
No, he said, no, what he said is, Sunny, no, those are extinguishers filled with gasoline. He said, no, he did not say that, joke's on you. He said, don't do it.
Sonny, you're trying to gaslight me. It's not going to work when there's the fine
I'm
print
not
right here on
gaslighting you,
my
I'm
fucking
reading the
screen.
fucking message.
I'm
What do you
scrolling up. Let me
mean?
see. Let me see.
It is between, underneath, Ali B saying, why is every time I get in chat, there's nearly always...
No, I see it.
And then
I see it.
underneath that
Spawn
is-
point
No.
says specifically, jokes on you. I filled the fire extinguishers with gasoline. I scrolled up. I see it in plain writing. He's guilty as hell. Throw his ass in the dungeon.
Yeah, Spawn point, shut the fuck up.
Throw his ass in the
Force you to
fucking
shake.
dungeon. He can go sit with a
Not
Minta.
Michael is shutting down.
No, he did.
No, he didn't. I can literally scroll up and see it, Sonny. You're
No, I'm
gaslighting
agreeing with you now.
yourself.
I see the message. I'm seeing the message now. I'm saying, oh, he did. Not, no,
Okay.
he didn't. I said,
Okay.
oh, he did.
Okay.
None of
So
y'all
it'll be
can
like,
trust
Sonny, you're
each other.
gaslighting yourself.
Hello, Tazen.
But I'm back and I'm ready to continue.
Yeah, anyways.
Well, guess
Hello,
what?
everybody.
Tap up and jump scare.
I misclicked. I was gonna try to click the end call button. as it
Jesus
was, like,
fucking Christ,
screaming
don't
for, like,
flashbang
jump scare.
chat.
You guys like having eyes? Too bad.
Ah! Oh!
What was that? That was me.
That was Austin. But continuing on,
If you zoom
Sonny.
really far out, you can just make it go.
Anyways. you all manage to land, and what you see around you is a relatively somewhat kept together, but very much disheveled and abandoned campsite of various cabins and stone and mid-construction stone structures as well as toppled stone structures. The midst of a making of a a colony. As Trixie says, "Welcome to Thunder Tree."
Thunder Tree.
Thunder Tree. Wait. Can I roll like history about this place? Or
Yes. And what Trixie does end up saying, I didn't know the name of this place before we arrived, but there is a statue in the middle with writing that you can barely see. The only words that left for me meaning is the words in Old Common for Thunder Tree.
Can I roll a perception check to see if there's anything noticeable around first thing? Like, anything odd about any of the buildings, or if I notice something, any movement or anything anywhere?
Yes. If you are remaining on her head, you'll have advantage in that.
I'm remaining on top, so I can, well, I have advantage. Then roll again, see if I get better. I got a whole fucking lot better, because that's a nat 20. For perception, so 24.
Well, the first thing that you see is that over in this direction is where the side of the mountain is.
Okay, so mountain side over
and
here.
it's over here where you do, yeah, and it's over here that you see that there is a brain. You see a entrance to a cave. That is
Over
where you
here?
assume that
Where the
that the
where the-
venom fang dragon
yeah. So over here.
over here.
So that's where
over
I
here
would assume
is
the
where
green
the
dragon came
venom
from.
fang dragon came from. Yes. And what you also do see is that there is that that the cave was actually dug into the
Okay.
something clearly Venom Fang in all his all his effort was actually trying to dig into it to gain access to the tunnels inside.
So he was trying to dig into the mountain tunnel system with the mines. So Aster will point this out and say, I can see a cave all the way over there, and it's definitely not natural. I'm going to take a guess and say the dragon that Trixie dealt with earlier, that's his doing. My best guess? Trying to get into the tunnels in the mountain, aka the mining tunnels that cover the island.
That is where we did find the intruder, yes. Where's my charger? My phone is about to die.
Also might need to speak up a little.
Sorry. That is where we did find him within. We didn't get to see. We did explore far enough in. He wasn't in the mountain. And by the time we were leaving, that's when he arrived.
So he didn't reach the tunnels, but he was attempting.
He did reach the tunnels inside.
He did? Well then, I guess we have a way into the tunnels. Good thing I still have some of the equipment we were planning from before when we dealt with Vixar. That'll make exploring them easier if we need to go down there.
Alright.
Anything else I can notice, Sunny? Like maybe this fucking star over here?
Yeah. This star represented over here is the remains of a disheveled and crumbled statue.
Okay, so the one Trixie told
And
us
it-
about.
Mm-hmm. And then over here, I will say that if you'll like zoom out a tiny bit, this, and this any buildings with like actual like in somewhat intact sides, those are disheveled stone building, while the rest are wooden cabins,
These are stone
or at
buildings
least
up
broken
here.
down. Yes,
These are stone,
some
and the rest of these are wood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And anything else I can
You-
notice?
No.
It's like, so far, besides just any gestures to the three over there, besides these three big ones here made of stone, the rest appear to be made of wood. Be wary when entering into any of them, especially the stone ones, as if... because they're rather old, and if they should collapse, I suspect it'll be much harder to get out of those than a wooden building. And since he sees nothing else, he's gonna check on the other party members and see how they're doing. Are they hopping off? Trixie's back now. What are you guys doing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Dyrus would be hopping off and then carefully scanning the area, as well as after hearing, some of the stuff.
Astra will start climbing down to you. He says, first things first.
Is there?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know what I just heard.
Go ahead, say your thing first.
I was just gonna say.
I was
first
about to
things
ask Sunny.
first. I was gonna say first things first.
Yeah.
We need to check the whole area to make sure there's no hidden enemies. You don't want to go in and then suddenly there's an ambush.
Already ahead of you. As I was gonna say, Sunny, can I scan the area to see if there's anything at the moment? AKA roll perception.
Yes, you may. And I will say this because
That
you
is a
are on the
12.
ground. I will say, I will be giving you details about this area. If you want to get anything past that, you'll want to like go further.
Alrighty. Well, what does a 12 get me in this area?
I will
In
also
this
join-
area,
I'll also join in on that because I would also like to roll for perception for that area when we hop down. That is that's not the best Astra, but it's not the worst. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. I got 12. And I got +4, so yeah, 16.
okay. So, Dyrax, you see that these three buildings were definitely, I'll say for both of you, this is information for both of you. These three buildings definitely seem like homes, and this building in particular seems like it was more so meant to be a storehouse. You asked her if you were to look more into it. The wooden walls are very disheveled and broken, and if you were to be passing this particular building and
I
you
gotta
were to
squeeze
look
past.
inside,
So he is gonna be squeezing past, so then yeah, he would be looking in.
you would see in this building in particular it was one singular room cabin. It was definitely showing that this was definitely made for like short term and meant to be expanded later on. And you see inside of the home a lot of stuff that is torn down via time, and inside along with it, currently cuddled in the corner in a fetal position, a skeleton. Humanoid.
Oh my.
What's wrong?
Well, obviously, these were houses, as he gestures to the one building he's by. He's like, I do see a humanoid skeleton, though, huddled up in the corner of this one. And while I don't want to disturb the remains of the dead, since we're dealing with a necromancer, I have a worry of just simply leaving them be.
Aye, if you fear so much, I can take a shot at it.
A hit with that mace of yours would probably be good.
Alright, and where's the body exactly, Sunny?
This back corner.
Be careful going in.
I've dealt with plenty of on. I know what I'm handling.
Over this way. So shrink Aster down.
And
This
then
token feels so big now on this map.
just fucking Sunny, does it react in any way as I approach it?
Oh no, I didn't mean to delete Aster.
You get close.
He is still alive.
Aster gets fucking phased from reality.
Aster?
He just goes,
Aster?
Don't worry, don't worry. I just accidentally fell into the back rooms for a quick second.
Fucking wild magic sorcerers and their new spells.
You do.
I know what you are.
I know who you are. More importantly, I know what you are.
You do see you do see as you're getting closer 1 foot, 2 foot, and then a singular step and a step, and then there is a point where you get close enough where you begin to raise your thing, and then the skeleton all of a sudden just shoots up and goes, yeah, and then immediately drops.
And as it does, Direct just instantly replies with a downward swing, completely crushing its skull in.
And I will
As he
let
goes,
you.
"Ah!"
It has no HP in its chest for a there.
There's
Wait, what are you?
there's no way the
Say that again?
necromancer.
He's boom, motherfucker.
It just literally popped up and went yeah, and then laid right back down.
Yes.
Are we sure this is one of the
Alright, so do I-
necromancers? Because he's not even fun like this. He's not fun.
I think you imagine that just the moment Direct's like, yeah, brings it down, it's just a blast of fucking random holy light.
Just see holy light blast from the fucking house, and Aster's like, I think it was alive.
Yeah, it's like the other thing you hear. Yeah.
Yeah, and as it does, not anymore.
Aster's just like, okay. What was that noise? I heard something like, yeah?
It must have been a squeaky floorboard or something. Totally not a jump scare.
Okay, back to the thing. Is he rolling to hit?
Yeah. No, you don't need to roll to hit.
Okay. But I do presume it's like
Because we're really out of the bathroom.
Damn it.
Okay.
Well,
We'll give Sunny a second.
I love how the thing's like, nah, to try and jump scare you, and it's just like death. Because, you know, to a seasoned adventurer like your character, to somebody seasoned with necromancy and everything, and deal with undead, seasoned in, like, dealing with that shit, there's no jump, there's no scream, there's just whack.
Yeah, no, if anything, like, the closest thing is, like, if anyone could see inside, Dyrax would have probably at least, you know, winced, and then instantly followed with a fucking, you know, overhead swing, and just reduced it to ashes.
I still find that so funny that she had that skeleton, just had the audacity to get up and be like, nah! Like a fucking child. Trying to scare an adult.
Listen. Listen, sometimes the bones gotta get a little rattled.
Gotta rattle them bones just a little itty bitty bit.
So I'll just say this as a fellow necromancer aficionado, sometimes you just want to keep that one corpse for the funny.
Mm.
Wait, you've never played a necromancer and kept the jump scare skeleton?
Mm. I've run out of flavor packets, so now I'm on to plain water again. It's at times. But I got my ID today.
You want
Funny
some of my...
th-
Oh, yay!
I'm fixing my bed topper real quick because it was like slid halfway down the bed
Take your time.
because I've been sitting
But
there.
take your time. But I got my ID finally in the mail. It took forever for him to get it to send it to me because yesterday
you
my
can
temp
buy
ID. Yeah, my temp ID expired yesterday. So I was waiting to get it, but it got in the mail 2 days. So now I can buy alcohol and stuff and go drinking without worries.
Can't wait to never see Senna buy a single beer.
I'm not buying. I like ginger beer and that's it. But I am buying like wine coolers because I am planning. For anybody who doesn't know, I am planning a drinking stream.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm planning a drinking stream with a fellow VTuber, a mutual. We've been wanting to do a
But no.
drinking stream together,
Oh.
so I'm planning that.
But
Well, I hope you have
no,
fun.
what were you gonna say, Draco?
Context on the thing I said to you last. Because even I've forgotten.
You basically said, you basically saw the skeleton go, yeah, bonked it till it's dead, and then just went, not anymore.
Because you heard Atreus talk and
Yeah.
saying, it's because you heard Asher say, I think it was alive.
Yeah. And of course, Dyrus just comes out and goes, not anymore.
Asher's
And
just
it's
like,
just... Do I see anything else in the room?
In
Oh.
this room, no.
Sorry.
Asher's like, well, that's good. That's one less undead to worry about. We should check every building we can and see and make sure there's no dead bodies, bones, or anything viable and usable for the necromancer while we're here.
Perfect planning. I'm
Unless
gonna
he has-
check this area now.
Atreus, you and me can. Are there any windows on the stone building over here, Sonny?
You can see.
no.
Yeah, look, you can. No,
It's
no,
viewed in
what?
from the roof, no window.
I'm thinking now. If you look here, there's the thing for windows. This is a window.
Well, I wasn't entirely sure. I wanted to be respectful. Was it? Well, actually, no. In that case, there is a window right here. In
There
here.
is.
In here.
These look like windows.
I did not see those.
Yeah, that's
I
a
did
window.
not
That's a
see
window.
those.
Those are windows, and the blocks would be doors.
Okay, good to know.
If we're following the
I did
guide for
not
this thing,
see
yeah.
those.
And I'm guessing for the disheveled houses, look for where you would say there's a viable hole in the wall to peer through.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, Aster says, Atreus, you and me, we will, let's look at the stone building since it's a bit bigger.
All right.
So
Okay,
Aster,
so here's a good question. Wait, I thought you were gonna go in. You're just looking through the window. Okay.
yeah, we're not just gonna go straight in. That's not right. That's gonna be, you take it slow and you calculate and strategize. You don't rush these things.
All right, let's see what's in here. Come get you some crunchy, boy.
Go sit in the corner. But Aster's going
Fucking
to
dog.
peer through the window over here. And what does he see?
You see that attached to the door is a mechanism that, if it were to open, a bag filled with something would swing down and hit somebody who is at minimum 5 feet tall in the face.
Okay. Which door? Is it the one right here or this one right here?
This door.
Aster upon
This
seeing
door.
it, Aster upon seeing it says, so that door over there is trapped. And with that, he'll come over this way and he'll peek through this window. Anything different from this side? Room still the same?
Room's still the same. You do see in this back corner a keg.
Okay. He's not gonna touch the door. He's gonna go around it and peek through this window. What does he see through here?
You see a bunch of rotten boxes back there that like seem to have been opened by potentially who knows what kind of critters. And make a perception check for me.
Yes, ma'am. That is... Aster, you're not rolling the best, but you're not rolling the worst tonight. This is another +4 to a 12. That's like a 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, 16.
You see a rope going along this door attached to something. You do not know what.
Upon seeing this, he's like, then opening this door right here, as he mumbles aloud to himself, he says, this door right here should not be opened. I don't know exactly what's on the other of it. This one might be viable. And as he's saying that while he's going over back to Atreus to relay the information. And Austin, you there? Aster, when he approaches Atreus, says, this back door behind the building, we can open it. It will trigger a trap, but as long as we open it and do not stand in front of the doorway, it will not hurt us. The other one, I can't see what the trap is, so we shouldn't open it. So we shouldn't open that door at all. From what I've seen, though, there is a keg, and then there are a few boxes, but though rotten and broken, still could have something in there. I would like to search simply because of the traps, just in case. Because it makes no sense for the... Yeah. It makes no sense. I would like to search because why leave the... It feels as if the traps would have been set off by now. Had this place been raided long ago. For them to be armed now feels as if, you know, somebody's been here recently.
In the meantime, Dyrax, you're going into this building?
Correct.
You walk inside.
Just checking it out.
And you don't see anything immediately in this section. You do see over here, though, what looks to be like a toy chest.
Can I go investigate it?
Yes. Roll investigation.
All right. Guys, I can feel it. This is gonna be the... Holy shit. Nat
What?
20, 21?
You look at it and You open it slightly without opening it all the way, and you do see 2 trip ropes attached to something, or ropes that are very thin and can easily be snapped if pulled too aggressively. And as well as something
Is
else that
this
you
like
notice,
one of those?
this toy chest looks newer than anything that you've seen yet when it comes to this.
Suspiciously
Ah,
new
well, if
looking
that
toy
isn't a
chest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that ain't a trap, if I've ever seen one. So,
Another
can
thing
I
that you do
identify
notice
where
is that
these
if you were to,
traps are exactly?
that if you were to
Yeah.
open it from behind, you wouldn't get affected by the trap.
Oh, then I guess we know where Gramps is going.
Do you open it from behind the chest?
Yeah, you just told me that's the safest location.
Yeah. I'm just making sure you actually do it and not just like, oh, that's good to know,
Yeah.
and walk away. So
Yeah, no, I am doing this. I am actively opening this.
you open the chest and you see a series of darts shoot out and hit some of the rotten wood along this wall.
Oh. Lovely. I wonder what they were
Before you-
protecting.
Before you just see them explode into glitter.
Okay, but what color of glitter?
Silver.
This is very important. Holy shit, I need to go get that glitter! First, what's in the chest, though?
You see what looks to be like a gold ingot.
Just a gold ingot?
Just a gold ingot.
You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna pick up the gold ingot.
Pick up the gold ingot and then move it around to inspect it, and then you look underneath it and you see that it's in fact completely hollowed out, and it just says "You thought, bitch."
Wow!
Courtesy of Venom Fang.
The fucking dragons set all
Oh,
this
okay,
up.
that's a good one.
The dragons set this all up.
That's a
That-
good one. Oh, that's a good one.
This fucking dragon was so fucking petty and smug and he's like a dumbass kid. He was like a dumbass kid. He's
Anyway,
dead now.
Sonny, I am
Yeah.
going to try my best to scoop up and collect that glitter. I know it has no effect, but can I take this glitter and place it inside of my hole? For Lord Bahamut himself has
Yes,
surely
you
blessed me with this great
You
joy.
can put some of the silver glitter in the holy water.
The second you throw that at
Let's
anything,
go.
it will shine like something from Twilight.
I'm just saying, this better this better just basically be a guiding bolt version of a throwable item. It gives advantage after you throw it on someone.
Hey, if you
I
throw
wish,
it at
but for the most part.
Hey, if you throw it at something and it's dark, guess what? We'll see it shine if there's any light.
Exactly.
And you head out and you see currently Aster and Atreus reconvening at where they are now.
I'll say this, he will come over and Aster and Atreus, Direct just has the biggest, dumbest grin on his face.
I imagine
As he's still chuckling.
Aster turns around and he's like, can, give me a random DC. Give me a random DC, Draco. Give me a random DC.
What are you trying to roll for?
Just to see if he perceives that he has glitter on his hands.
Alright, yeah, go ahead. Roll me perception and I'll tell you if you notice or not.
That's a 15 plus 4. So that's a...
Yeah, DC Yeah, you pass the DC. It's obvious. It's kind of all over it's kind of all over the rim of his sleeve. Because last you checked, the blue flames on his sleeve were not that sparkly.
Ash just turned around. He's like, "Did you finish checking the bill? And why are your sleeves sparkle? Is that glitter?"
Oh, nothing. I just happened to found a joyous little treasure in one of the. And I already collected my little fill. Nothing that you all would have been interested in. No, check it. As he's going to pull out one of his holy water vials, and you're just going to see fragments of silver glitter.
And
Ash
it's
was
the
just like,
fine glitter too.
Aster's just
Oh,
looking, he's
it's
like,
that kind of glitter.
Aster's just looking at it, and he's like, "You put glitter in your holy water, and it's the fine kind. That's number one. That's never coming out of your clothes. Number two, why?"
Well, I mean, the silver reminds me that of my god, and the way it reflects it reflects purity. And secondly, it's fun. Come on, don't adventurers nowadays know sort of fun?
He stopped. He was gonna say something. He stops. He's like, "You make a fine point. I mean, when we first came here, I dragged everybody to a bakery, so I can't judge."
Here's a question for Dyrax now. Mainly because like I have thought of something funny that I think you'll enjoy. Does Dyrax just go to one of the doors and just open it randomly?
No. I mean, do I have an incentive to?
No, it's not an incentive thing. I just thought funny Dyrax just like opening one of the doors before as Aster's just going no before setting off a trap.
As funny as that would be, sadly, that is, at least with the current circumstance, that is not a direct thing to do at the moment.
Sad. 100% sad.
Yeah.
Aster,
I listen, as much as I love the funny, I do respect the character.
Aster, after like giving a chuckle at what Dyrax said, he looks back to the stone building behind him and says, "I did peer through the windows here. The doors going into the building are trapped. The one on the back looks like a sack full of something will hit you if you open it. So if you stand out the way of the doorway, you can open the door safely and let the trap go off. The other one," and he motions to the one up front here, he says, "I don't know what's attached to the other end of a rope that's tied to it. So we have two options. We can go through the back door and let the trap go off as long as we stand off to the side when we open it, or two, we could always break one of the windows and go in through there."
Why can't you just burn one of the ropes?
Because it's inside, and otherwise
Disable both traps.
I would if I could, but remember I'm looking through windows. There's no hole in the walls. These are stone buildings. Unlike the wooden ones, which have decent amounts of holes in them, the dilapidated stone doesn't really leave a lot of space to shoot any magic through. Even a little fire from my fingertips I wouldn't be able to squeeze through.
How unfortunate.
So we can either go through a window
So far, the back route.
or the back door.
I feel like the back door at least has a more consistent result. Based on how you described it.
Then one of us can open the back door and let the trap go off. And he'll turn and look to Atreus and say, "Would you like to do the honors?" Austin?
I was listening, but my mind blanked. What was the honors of what?
Sir, you've got to engage more.
I was paying attention. But I just had a fucking
Okay.
moment for a second.
Aster
Basically,
asked
Austin,
Atreus,
would you like to be your guinea pig?
would you like to be a guinea pig and open the back door? Basically, stand off to his side while you open it to let the trap go off and not hit you. And Aster offered two options. You can open the back door and let the trap go off, or you can break a window and go in through there.
So Atreus is looking towards Asta, and he just takes a couple steps back, and then he smashes the window with his fucking elbow.
Aster's just like, he made his decision. We can go
Or,
through the
I
window.
guess... Yeah, I guess we could go through the window.
I did say it was an option. It just came down to whichever you all felt more comfortable with. And, Aster's gonna go up after he smashes the window and clear out some of the broken glass so they can safely climb through.
You do so.
And I'm guessing Atreus wants to go through first.
Atreus will go through first, yeah.
I will say the moment that you
Would
enter
you-
the room, it has a strong garlicky smell. Not rotten, but garlicky.
I guess if you like the smell of garlic, it's not bad.
And if you were to get closer to where the trap is set, you would realize that the bag that is being held up is kind of like a mesh bag, or a bag that can hold a fine powder, but it still can seep through, especially when it hit with an impact.
So what you gonna do, Austin?
Then Atreus will walk up to where the bag is, and am I able to roll investigation to see what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Well, would you look at that? That is +1. So that is 17.
It's a bag of garlic powder.
You know, I would honestly want to take it for cooking. I won't lie.
I was about to say, I feel like we can just go, come get your garlic powder!
I mean, it's one way to kill vampires.
Mm.
Yeah, just sprinkle it on their food and they start to fucking die.
Ugh.
I'm tired.
Do the others go inside?
Aster will climb in behind him. And upon seeing Atreus inspect the bag, he says, "So, what's in it?
Garlic powder.
Just garlic powder?"
Ooh,
Seems like it.
Just
that'd be
hear that.
delicious for bread.
Just hear him say
Just
that
hear
through
that.
the window.
Yeah, just from the window. Just,
Just Aster can't help but fucking laugh at that. He's like, "Do you want me to get it for you?"
I would very much enjoy it, but I'm not going to make any demands. But just saying, the bread would definitely get an enhancement.
He goes up and Aster's gonna... Do I even have a thing on me for it? I think Aster carries a little knife on him. Yeah, he does. He takes a little, he has a little dagger he has on his little belt, and he takes it off and he cuts the bag down and hands it over to Dyrax.
Dyrex, you now have you have a 2-pound bag of garlic powder.
Let's go!
Aster's just got a happy little smile as he sees the man light off at this fucking garlic powder.
No, it's 2 pounds
I'm gonna make
of garlic powder.
Okay, at this 2 pounds
I'm
of
gonna make
garlic powder.
so many garlic knots with these.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna make so many
I'm gonna make
garlic
so
knots.
many garlic knots.
Garlic knots fucking slap, so honestly, share with Aster.
Mhm.
Aster's like, well, since that door is now safe, this one, and as he gestures to the one in the middle of the room, should be safe as well. Just be careful and make sure you don't hit the rope of the one connected to the front door when you open it. And does Atreus open the door?
Yep.
Roll Constitution saving throw. I'm kidding.
Well, thank God you were kidding. That's a 4.
You get hit in the face with a whipped cream pie.
I know.
It doesn't even have good whipped cream. This is weeks old.
It's a lemon meringue pie. I don't like lemon.
Anyways, you open the door and you see that in fact, and this is weird, the rope that was aforementioned is actually attached to a plate. And on the plate, somehow still sticking to it, is a bunch of butter.
Is that butter?
Yes.
He was saying that to Atreus. I'm surprised he didn't fucking say nothing.
Atreus is just looking at it very confused.
Aster's just like, upon seeing this, he just goes up and, like before, cuts the rope.
You now have now you have in your hand 10 pounds of butter.
He's not taking
10
that.
pounds?
He's not taking that. He's leaving that. He just is like, he goes back to the door and says to Dyrax. Dyrax sees it from the door. He says, "We just found 10 pounds of butter."
Oh wow, that just sounds like a heart attack waiting to happen.
And to let y'all know, the way that trap was set up was that it was connected to an arm that when you were to open the door, the rope would cut and the hand would swing down and slap the plate full of butter in your face like a whipped cream pie.
Imagine Atreus just looks over Asta just like, I'm not happy about this. He's just fucking like face covered in butter.
Aster, on back to the thing, Aster's just absolutely baffled as he's just like, who set up these traps? And I feel like, to be honest, it feels like a child set these up. To be honest, they feel a bit like something Earthriku or Levi would have set up. They're very childish in nature. But with that he will look around the room. Anything at all that stands out?
In those empty crates, you just see a bunch of like hyper, I want to say carbonized. Like, it's so obliquely super fucking stale, if not rotten and moldy.
He just steps away from the crate. He's like, this is so odd. As he looks at Tracy, says, do you think that green dragon did this? As he gestures to the makeshift traps. I can't think of anyone else, especially not the necromancer. This really doesn't seem his style.
Maybe.
Huh. Well, at least we know this building's safe. And he's gonna just open the front door and step out by Dyrax. He's like, well, I guess we should keep looking.
Mm-hmm.
And
As he's just gonna gently wave at this.
gonna
Casually
follow
lead the
him.
way.
Atreus following
Do you
behind.
take the butter with you?
No, I do not take the butter with me, Sonny.
I was asking Dyrex, considering he thought of making garlic knots. Ow! Fuck!
I mean, you do need butter for it.
Listen. Okay, but here's the thing. That is just random ass butter set out there. I don't know how long it's been, and I mean, there's weird. Plus, I mean, it kind of touched Atreus, and I don't know what infections it might has on him.
You're talking to the guy. You're talking about the guy that cannot get sick. It is literally impossible
whatever,
for
Pally Boy.
Atreus to get sick.
He can still carry.
Yeah,
dirt
whatever,
around with his
Pally Boy.
body,
Anyway, what's in
though.
this room?
Yeah.
Did you just open the door? Did
Yeah,
you really
just because
just go
you
in there?
can't get sick from it. Gramps is just chilling.
Gramps just
You
opened
walk
the door on
into
this
the-
one.
Do you not check as you're walking in? I assume not.
No, he wouldn't. Because now that they're kind of caught up in this little situation, Gyra just instinctively open, you know, in the middle of looking around, not realizing he forgot to actually check.
You hit a trip
is like-
wire. You hit a trip wire. Roll a dex and a con save. Roll a dex saving throw, and if you fail that, roll a con save.
That's a 10.
That's a fail. What's your con save?
Oh no.
Well, then let me go roll con real quick.
You get pepper sprayed in the face.
21.
No, it's even worse. No, I could see Sonny being cruel and it being something like a con save to not throw up as a bucket of like fucking moldy ass rancid whatever falls on your head.
So, Dyrex, you immediately walk in and you feel yourself activate a tripwire, and you're thinking, oh no, before a bucket drops on your head. A bucket full of a weird, fine, ashy powder as you take off the bucket, and then all of a sudden. Oh, that doesn't feel good. That itches. Eh.
Asher's just
And
like,
luckily enough, it
Oh.
doesn't aggressively itch, but it's definitely uncomfy to where you have to scratch it, but not enough to where you accidentally, scratch your skin raw.
Asher's just like, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine actually. If anything, let me check something. Oh. Yeah, I realized something Dyrax could have been doing.
Which is
So he's gonna step out. You just see him just casually kind of trying to brush the stuff off of him and kind of scratch it off. He's like, room was trapped.
I think all the buildings are trapped to some extent.
You want to test it? And Sunny.
Yeah.
Okay, now that Dyrax is over here and in range, Sunny, I would like to use Thaumaturgy to open that door.
Oh no.
As Dyrax finally holds up his holy symbol.
Oh no.
It recently occurred to me on something. Bahamut compels you! As he just holds up his holy symbol right up the door. So you just see him fling his shield at one of the... Like, not fling his shield up as he just holds it out. And just goes, Bahamut compels you!
You open
And
the
so Sonia,
door, and then
wanna
in
open
the you open the door, and then you hear a as then the entire dilapidated building fills up with a type of foam.
Ash just like, who is setting these traps?
I don't know, but they sure got a sense of humor.
It
Oh,
feels
these
like
are fun.
Aster's laughing a bit. He's like, this feels like what one of the kids would have done.
Do you go up to the building with the foam in it?
I mean, I'll take a closer look at it. I don't get too close to it, but like just
It
take
has
a
a
peek at it.
sweet cream smell to it. And then you realize, oh wait, this just created a shit ton of whipped cream.
Is it just whipped cream?
You know what? Dyrex is gonna lean over, scrape one of his talons across it, stick it in his mouth.
It has a nice vanilla flavor to it.
Vanilla, my favorite.
Aster, being compelled by, as a sweet addict as he is, takes the tiniest little bit on his fingertip and licks it. He's like, it is vanilla. Atreus must be back there wondering, just absolutely just like, so sick of this shit.
He's ready to turn around and tell Trixie to get me out of here.
Anyway, what about over here?
Do
Anything
you do
over
the same
here?
thing?
Yeah. Effectively, I'm gonna be using Thaumaturge to pop open doors and windows that I can. As Gramps just realized, oh yeah, I have magic. I don't need to rely on physical violence.
You you open that door and nothing immediately happens.
Can I take a peek inside?
Oh god.
You take a peek inside and investigation check.
Guys, I'm a genius at this. You can totally trust me. That's a
Okay.
3.
There seems to be no traps inside, but there does seem to be a seem to be a skeleton holding a chest in his arms like this around this back corner.
Well, that totally doesn't seem suspicious at all. But ooh, treasure.
Aster's like, did he just say ooh treasure out loud?
Yes.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Aster's just
Everything
like,
I said, he said in character. As he's like,
Ast-
oh, well, that's not suspicious at all. Ooh, treasure.
Aster's just like,
Uh,
before you reach for that, and he takes a little peek inside, and let me roll investigation this time as I'm peeking inside.
do you take a step inside, Dyrex?
No, not yet.
Okay, Aster, make his check.
Because Aster would have had to step in my way and stop me.
He puts his hand in front of your chest. It's like, let me look real quick before you step. And this one's not as good. 14. Got a 10 with this one.
Way better than what I did.
Floorboards look a little bit creaky.
The floorboards look a little bit creaky.
Uh-huh.
That's just like, I'm not 100% certain, but I think the floor may be trapped. It looks a bit uneven if you look at it, and while that could be rotten, it could be from it rotting away over time. It could also be a trap, something akin to like a pressure plate.
Well, there's only one way to test them. Hiya!
Aster backs
As
up
I'm gonna go ahead and throw the
immediately.
2-pound bag in there.
You threw the
You're gonna push Aster in there?
No! He threw the 2-pound
No, I said I'm
bag in
throwing
there!
the 2-pound bag. Yeah, the 2-pound, not Aster. I'm not that mean.
You toss the 2-pound bag in there, and then you see it hit the ground. Some of the powder slips out through the sides, and then you just hear a as you see a trapdoor drop, and then a poof of white powder pops up from the trapdoor, and you look down. It is a pit of flour.
Aster's just looking down,
a
and he's
fuck?
just... Aster's just looking down to this pit. He's like, so you wanted to make bread, right?
Oh, I mean, if anything, I'm now questioning: are we fighting Baker?
I repeat that, you cut off for me.
I said, are we fighting? Are we fighting a necromancer or an archbaker?
Aster... Atreus, all you just hear is Aster fucking cackle. You're just over there chilling slowly, and you just hear Aster start cackling.
If you look over, Atreus has his arms crossed, just like, are you two done?
Aster's like, get your garlic powder. We're gonna quickly check the rest just for time's sake, because we can't mess around too much longer.
Do you look at the
Okay. Yeah. What's there?
You take the chest, and nothing happens. Do you open it?
Yeah. What's inside?
You find
Wait,
a...
actually, can I investigate first?
Yes, you may.
That's an 8.
You notice nothing.
You notice nothing. You just open it.
Oh well. Yep, walks back out. But I am recollecting my garlic and flour if I can get it. If I can get some.
Yes, you can.
Yay!
You find in
anyway,
the
what's in
chest
that?
a bag of beans.
Aw.
Add the rare
found some
magic item
beans.
bag of beans to your inventory.
I had a feeling I knew what. Oh, this is gonna be so fun.
Are
Would you
they
like me to read
magic?
these?
Are these magic beans?
Hang on, I'm being.
Sunny. Are these magic beans?
The Jack and the Giant Beanstalk beans.
Would you like me to read the item?
I mean, sending. It's like. Yeah. If you want it for everyone else, because I know what this does. I am familiar with this item. I love this
I
item.
don't. I'm not. So tell me, please, and thank you.
Inside this heavy cloth
Yeah.
bag are 3d4 dry beans. The bag weighs half a pound plus 1/4 pounds for each bean it contains. If you dump the bag's contents out on the ground, they explode in a 10-foot radius extending from the beans. Each creature in the area, including you, must make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, taking 5d4 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. The fire ignites flammable objects in the area and aren't being worn or carried. If you remove a bean from the bag, plant it in the dirt or sand, and then water it, the bean produces an effect 1 minute later from the ground where it was planted. The DM can choose the effect from the following table to turn randomly or create an effect, and I have to look at page 153 on the Dungeon Master's Guide for that.
So we have mini bean explosives.
Yes.
Mini bean grenades. Okay, good to know. Mini bean explosives that can grow and make even more.
It's chaos in a bag. That's all I can tell. That's all I will share with you. Chaos bag.
I can tell. It seems like something I would carry around, honestly.
Hee.
If you want some of it, I actually did share the actual thing itself. No mic, that way if you want to take a full list at the list and effects for yourself.
I'll look after stream.
Yeah. I just let you know that it is there
Oh, look
for
after.
quick reference.
But
Yeah.
let's quickly go through the rest. I say we just do a quick thing so that Sunny can just tell us. Where we
Yeah.
just go around, you open each door with thaumaturgy,
Quick
and
speed.
like quick speed,
Yeah.
open each door with yeah, just for time's sake. So Austin's not stuck here with us fucking around every 15 seconds.
That is fair. So I'm gonna have you roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 d20s. Anything below a 5, and you get a hit with the aforementioned trap. But
Okay.
anything higher, you are fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I will.
So do I need to roll the single roll, or is it combined?
I can roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6, 7, 8 d20s. 9 actually. 9 because I forgot this set has 3.
I just rolled. I mean, I just rolled all of mine, so I'm more so just wanting to make sure. So, like, Senna,
So-
who's rolling?
So who's rolling? Because he's using
I will say
thaumaturgy to open the
you
doors.
will. I will say Draco will, and I will say for building number 1, do you open? Do you? What did you roll? And I will say if you did not get affected by a surge. Okay. Oh, you did.
That's all 9 rolls. Yeah.
Okay, so for this building, for this building, you do not get hit with a bag of onion powder. For this building, you get slapped with a bag of feathers. For this building.
Ow.
For this building.
Yeah.
You step in a bucket of water.
Holy shit, more water for holy water.
You do not have enough silver for it, unfortunately.
Bullshit.
For this
Okay.
building, you do not, this one is an actual pie face one. You do not get hit in the face with pie.
Damn.
Is the wait. Most important question: is the pie safe to eat?
Yes.
Nom
It
nom
is
nom.
cherry pie.
Nom nom nom. Just sharing pie as they're checking doors.
For this building, you do not get dunked in glue. For this building, you do not get slapped with flour. For this building, you do not get jump scared by another skeleton. For this building, you do not get jumped by a skeleton. For this building, there is no trap, and in fact, you do find something funky on the ground.
Funky, like what?
You guys find a lantern of revealing.
Of revealing?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Which one of you would like that?
So what does it do exactly?
While this lantern is lit, this hooded lantern burns for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil, spreading bright light within a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they are in the lantern's bright light, and you can use an action to lower the hood, reducing the light to a dim light within a 5-foot radius.
Astra will take that because because it'll be good for him, especially since he has no dark vision. So, revealing lantern, let me type that down. How far does it show? How far does the light go?
30 feet in bright light, an additional 30 feet in dim light, or you can lower the hood and it be and it can be in 5 feet of dim light.
And this lantern reveals invisible creatures and traps.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Thank you. So now that we got that, what about this last building up here in the corner? This one.
I'm looking at something real quick. Okay. And for this building, this is the biggest trap of all. As what you do end up seeing is that as you do not manage to become victim of this one, but it ends up being a big explosion of glitter glue. And while you do not manage to get hit by any of it, if you were to look inside the building, I'm gonna need you to flip a coin for me.
Okay, I actually have a little coin flip thing. Or I did, if I could figure out where the fuck I put it. Never mind, somebody else flip a coin. I'm not searching. Actually, would you like an evens or odds roll instead?
Yes.
Hang on, I just flipped it.
Oh, never mind. You got it. Do it. What'd you get then, Draco?
Heads.
Alrighty. You find a horse figurine looking like if it's made out of obsidian.
Oh. Interesting. Can I roll to see if I might
Yes, you may.
uh,
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
What did you roll
Sunny?
for your arcana? What?
I was making sure you actually heard me. So,
We did
what
not
did I
hear
need
you.
to roll? Just to make sure.
It would be, I believe, arcana or history.
With that, that would be a 15.
Or history?
Yeah.
You are uncertain of what exactly it is. Though I will say to this to you, it does have a weird magical scent to it.
Can I roll? See if I can beat that 15 and see if figure out what it is?
Yes.
Because I'm proficient in Arcana, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, Aster, where's your Arcana? Yes, I am. That's a lot. Yeah, that's an unnatural 20. That's a +6 for me.
You're not able to identify exactly what this thing is, but you are able to understand that this thing is magical. In what way? You're not entirely sure. though if you were to though the object is small enough to fit in your pocket, and if you were to look underneath it where the stand is, you would see some arcane wording
Can I
Hmm.
read the
that you would
arcane wording?
register the arcane wording as obsidian steed.
Aster,
Oh. I'm going to hand that to Atreus then.
Aster's like, I can definitely tell it's magical, though of what kind I don't know. But it is, it says in the arcane writing, obsidian steed.
Oh. Well, I mean, if it's a steed of some sign and if it's magical, well then he's gonna go to Atreus. But then this would be perfect for you.
Austin, you there? You alive?
I think I dozed off my chair.
Oh my goodness gracious. I knew you weren't
Sleepy.
getting much time because you weren't engaging much. I was telling, that's why I kept trying to drag you in. Why I kept trying to drag you in and check in on you. And why I went through this so fast. The fact you did not know just says, you fell asleep goes to show that is not good. Sorry this has been boring, my friend.
No, it's not that it's boring, because I've been up since 5 a.m. You gotta remember that.
Oh yeah, you've been up since 5. No wonder
Anyway,
you're
hey.
fucking tired.
Anyway, you want a magical horsey statue?
Aster, they found this magical
What I want
thing.
is to go to bed.
Aster found a magical statue, and the arcane writing says obsidian steed. Aster can tell it's magical, but they're not entirely sure. Direx's idea, since it's not maliciously magical, from how it seems, that it would be best to give it to Atreus to see if it will benefit him best in some sense. Does Atreus accept the obsidian steed?
Sure.
Oh, wait, I know. Wait a minute. I know what this is, because I've dealt with these. Oh, I know what this is. Sunny, can I ask, and you tell me if I'm right, if I got the right idea?
Yes.
Is this one of those things where you get a figurine of a creature, you throw it down, and you, basically, it comes to life as the actual creature it's a figurine of?
Yes.
Yes! You have a horse, Austin! You have a horse!
You want to know what's funny? Is that I picked the thing that I was gonna, because I knew I wanted to give you one of the figurines because they seem cool, and I don't care if they seemed overpowered. I was either gonna give you the obsidian steed or the ivory goat.
Well, thank God we didn't get a goat.
Well, aren't you?
The goat would have been cute.
That's because I'll go this. Like, Sunny, I'm just saying this. I'm just gonna say this, Sunny. If we got it, I don't care if it's. I would have fought for that.
I don't think any of us would have
I mean, do you want a
objected to
chance
it.
I
get
love
this?
the goat.
Do you want a chance to get a goat? Do you want a goat, Draco? Do you want a goat?
I kind of really do, but at the same time, that would purely be for the player and not the actual character.
And that's okay.
Sometimes DMs can indulge.
You know what? Sure.
Hang on. I do have a question about it. With the horse, can it turn back into the statue, or is it just permanently a horse?
Yes.
It turns back after a
It
certain
will
amount of
return
time.
back in. It returns back after 24 hours, and it can't be used again for 5 days.
Basically, you get a horse
So if we
one day a
really-
week.
So if we really need to get somewhere, Tracy's gonna smash this on the ground and just be like, "Come on, boy."
There is one thing to note, though, with some figurines. Some figurines have alignments. So, I don't know this one. So if I had to take a guess from the term obsidian, it's either going to be just referring to its color or its alignment. Sometimes
Well,
if they
hang on.
don't have the correct alignment, they won't listen to your orders. So you need to be careful. And if it doesn't listen to you, just don't fuck with it.
Hang on, I just want to double check. Sunny or Draco, do you guys know Kane's Comet?
No.
Familiar
So,
with it?
it's like it's asking Draco if he wants a goat companion. The answer is
Who's
always, and I think
Kane
they actually
Comet?
said that yes. The person in chat, I just wanted to know if you guys know him for some reason.
There's definitely someone who knows Draco.
Kane's Comet.
Legion?
Kane's Comet. Oh wait, I know who that is. Oh my god, hey!
It's
That's my
I haven't-
bestie.
Mellow.
Aw.
It's another it's
Oh, it's
another
Mello.
VTuber I'm friends with.
Aw. I give
Yeah.
follow. Fellow VTuber, you get follow.
But anyways, back to campaign. That is what you think.
Well, now that we've... Thank you for following, Kane. Well, since we've checked everything,
Anyway, do I need
I think we can just head
do
to
I need
the...
to roll something for that goat, by the way?
Roll for
I
goat.
see.
Roll to
Okay.
see if you find a goat.
Can we all roll?
Do I
see
need
if
to
we
roll
find
like a
goat?
percentile? Do I roll or
I will roll
what am I rolling?
percentile. I will roll percentile.
Okay.
You roll perception.
Perception? All right.
Only
What
him,
the
or
fuck?
can...
That
I
is a
rolled a
fair-
100.
Well then,
Can we roll perception then to see if either of us also find
Yes.
the goat? Yay!
Yes.
Roll, Austin, see if you find a goat.
Well, technically goats.
Goat, okay.
Well, that's a nat 20, so I find a goat.
I got a... That's right, perception's +4. Why do I keep forgetting it? I got a 17. Do I find a goat?
Atreus. Oh wait, Draco, what'd you roll?
13.
You guys, you're walking around here, and then in this bush, you find a little something off-white in the snow.
Oh.
Is it moving or is it still?
Well,
It's stagnant. It's laying on its side.
I guess Direct would slowly start heading towards it.
You look towards it, and it's small, like the little steed, like figurine. And you see
Gramps
that
is
it looks
gonna
like a
try to
little
lean over.
figurine of 3 goats standing on top of each other.
Aww.
That's cute.
And when you pick it up, it has that same magical feel to it.
Does this one have writing on?
It does. It does. And on the bottom, it has some arcane wording, ivory goats.
Any other extra writings on it?
Nope.
By chance?
Nope.
Aw, ivory goats. These are adorable. And he's gonna stick them in his pocket.
I was just like, well, those are cute figurines. That one's also definitely magical as well.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we've checked the whole
Yeah,
place,
I'm going
there's
there.
no one, and there's no one dead. Let's head towards the cave and check what the dragon was up to. So, I'm guessing order is gonna be Atreus or Dyrax in the front. Who? Or are they walking side by side?
Side by side, I guess.
I mean, side by side would probably be the most ideal.
Okay.
Alrighty. And I'm going to switch the scene for this. Now, this is gonna look a little awkward, but stick with me here.
Okay, Sunny, I'm sticking with you.
Excuse me, token. Okay, I see what you
That
mean
was
by
my plus
awkward.
token. Look, I didn't want it to just be like straight going inside, you know.
Okay.
So I put a little something that you guys can put your stuff on.
Okay. So put us where we're at then, Sonny.
You all are like right here.
Hang on, mine is taking a
That's
moment to.
So if that's where we're at, then
Oh, okay. Interesting map.
I found it online. Sue me.
it's
I
okay. It's
will.
understandable.
Sunny, how could you steal this from This map had a family, and you took it from them.
Okay.
Well, maybe you should have paid its rent.
Damn.
Anyways. So, you all arrived at the cave entrance. There are many claw marks along the walls before it leads into a mining area. A mined out area.
I'm gonna
Oh,
take
we
a
did
guess.
it, guys.
I'm gonna take a guess.
We
and
got
say...
lost and we found the life of Sendoma.
Oh god. I'm gonna take a guess and say dragons claw along the walls to mark their territory.
No, this is the cave where, as Trixie mentioned before, he was digging into to try to initially build his cave or get into the mines to have as his hoard.
Okay. At that, Asher says,
Well then,
now this would be his cave.
lovely.
We should proceed with much more caution. Before it was childish and downright silly, but I'll be honest. I get the distinct feeling that if he left any more traps, they actually get serious in here.
Do you all head inside?
I'm a brave boy. I'll take the first couple steps.
Austin. I let the first two step in.
Now, since y'all are looking for traps as you go along the way, roll a perception check.
We definitely should, because I get the distinct feeling once you cross his little threshold of his cave
15.
here, they're much more serious. Yo, that's really fucking good. That's a 16 plus 4. Unnatural 20.
Direct?
I guess you didn't hear me. I said I got a 15.
Okay. Atreus.
I am.
What are you typing?
Detection of...
Nothing.
It's
My
slightly
my
confusing.
keyboard's having a fit, so I'm typing nothing.
Do you want... no, I shouldn't roll for you.
No, I can roll
So,
myself.
quick
I'm just
question
trying to
for you.
fix my fucking keyboard.
Try to fix
Real
it.
quick, Sunny. Quick question. So, are we following like Owlbear's map guidelines, or do we follow squares on?
Owlbear map guidelines. Because
Okay.
I did not want to make these I did not want to make this map bigger because it just felt weird. I liked the size that
No,
I
I get it. No, I get it. I understand, especially with how limited Owlbear.
Yeah.
But Austin, if you could roll real quick, you can try and fix afterwards.
That's a 21. Damn.
So a natural 20, a 21, and what'd you get? Draco?
15.
15. So there you go, Sonny.
So how far is everyone going ahead from each other?
I mean,
I'm staying
Dyrex
behind
would
them.
probably stay within.
Oop.
Yeah. And Dyrex would try to either stay Atreus or slightly go in front of him. Which, by the way, I do have my shield up, and I know that doesn't really matter much, but, you know, just for the sake of it, like, Dyrex is keeping his shield.
Alrighty. So you all start to walk on forward. And forward, forward, up until you get about right here. Where Dyrex, you do not notice this, but Atreus and Aster, you notice that on the ground there is slight marking of, like, what's the one rock that we often call chalk rock? Because it, like, if you scrape it against, like, concrete, it, like, looks like chalk.
I don't know what that rock is called. I do
don't
not
remember
know.
either.
But saying we're seeing markings along the floor that look purposeful like chalk.
And you see Dyrex mid-step about to step on it, not
That's like-
noticing the marking on the floor.
Aster will immediately call out and say, "Stop! Look at the floor."
Roll initiative to see if you have enough reaction time to stop.
Sonny, I'm old. Why are you bullying me like?
Yes, you are old. Now roll
I
fucking
gotta-
initiative.
I gotta. So let's hope you can't beat a 15. Because I rolled a 13, I get a +2. Let's hope you can't beat a 15.
I got a 10.
Yay!
So you are able to stop mid-step.
Aster says, "Back up and look at the floor. There's markings."
Is it? Huh. And what's particular about these markings again, Sonny?
This looks like just a sigil carved into the ground, carved onto the ground.
Also, we'll say,
Can I roll something to recognize the sigil?
Yes.
I
Roll
would also like to roll
Arcana.
for that. Yeah, not the
I
best
heard that
tonight,
right,
Aster, but
Arcana?
not your worst. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18, because I got a +6, and this is a 12 I rolled.
What did you get again? Because I did not process the number.
I got an 18.
18 and
14.
Aster, this sigil is what's known as a scarecrow. It is often used as a security measure to scare away intruders. Dyrex, you are unfamiliar about what this entails.
So what does a scarecrow sigil do exactly when it's set off?
If it is set off, it'll create a viscerally scary image in which it'll often cause individuals who see it to run away.
Aster says, I recognize that sigil. That is called a scarecrow. If it's set off, it will create a magical visualization of something terrifying and disturbing that is meant to scare off intruders. My recommendation? Let's hop over it. Though make sure you can see far enough ahead to make sure you're not stepping on another. To which is that Aster will actually take that lantern from earlier and he will light it because I have oil from Oscar still. He left me with so much good shit to use that's coming in handy.
Indeed.
So, I will say with the lantern on, you can see a little further. Possibly. But I can't remember. Do Dragon Bars have dark vision or no?
The one I'm playing does.
Okay, then you'll see just fine. This is then for me and this is then for Aster and Atreus.
Yeah.
You see, with this lantern of revealing, you see on the ground, for all the way from here to, let me do some measuring, all the way from here to all the way like down to here, all the way along the ground is nothing but mini versions of that sigil.
Aster says, okay.
There are very few places to actually step. It would take some acrobatics to not step on these.
Okay. A bit more... Okay.
Hey, Sonny.
This lantern does a bit more than just light up. I need a lantern, but okay, this is a very useful one. Let's
What'd you
be
say,
extra
Draco?
careful.
Hey, Sonny, can I pull a funny?
What is the
No.
funny?
No.
So, Aster, you say that there's a bunch of glyphs that scare people all over the ground.
Yes.
I'm gonna take the bucket of water I collected from one of the houses. I'm gonna have Direct splash it all over the bottom of the cave.
Aster immediately upon seeing this covers his eyes. He's like, I see nothing, I see nothing. No, 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 no.
I need you all to make wisdom saving throws as Dyrax,
This is
you do
bullshit.
this. You do this, and then
Wiping-
all of a sudden you see all the glyphs, and not just the ones that were hit, all of them in a chain reaction light up. As in, like, if you were to step on one, all of them would be set off, before all of a sudden you just hear
Boo, bitch!
before just getting jump scared by a giant skeleton illusionary head
Oh my
and make
god.
wisdom saving throws or get hit with a frightened condition.
That's why you wanted me to help you with the boo, bitch.
1 second. Hi, Raiders. I can't move my model right now because my VTube studio decided to die. So I've just been sitting here in the corner with my D&D character on my head. But hi, Indy. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. How was streaming? What were you streaming,
You can
Indy?
move the model so they can see the face.
Yeah, they can. Let me do that. Guys. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Guys. Right here. The wait, I wrong thing. I moved the wrong thing. Guys, right here. This orange creature is me. But my VTube studio
I
acted
was
up.
I was so hoping you had a more derpy face, but no, you're just looking off into the distance. Oh, that would have been funny. These guys, it's me, and they're just looking right into this soul.
Senna PTSD glare.
But Indy, how was stream? What were you streaming? Welcome, Raiders. My name is Senna. I'm a living cinnamon roll VTuber. I'm a variety streamer, and tonight we are doing D&D, a Dungeons and Dragons session. And we are currently exploring the cave of a dragon that died earlier because we're trying to figure out where a necromancer's hidden. Also, we explored a whole little abandoned town that was booby-trapped with funny pranks such as like whipped cream and garlic powder and all that nice stuff. But yeah. And thank you again for the raid, Indy. It's good to see you, Indy. Much love to you. You excited for Repo tomorrow? Because I am. But let me roll my. Let's roll. How much do we have to just do one wisdom saving throw?
Just one wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So the context. Dear friend Draco here has decided that he was going to set off this entire trap, thinking water would get rid of it, but it did not. Aster, you're such a lucky bastard. You've been rolling kind of low tonight, kind of mid. But you pulled through. That's an 18.
I don't know if you heard
Okay.
mine, but I got a -20.
You got a what?
Modified 20.
Okay.
So a natural 20. Austin, what did you get?
No, dirty 20.
What are we rolling?
A wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom
Wisdom.
save.
Okay, I get +4 and that's still only a 6. Ugh.
You rolled
You're
a
hitting,
1?
I rolled a 2.
So, Aster and Dyrex, you're able to withstand the jump scare fine, but unfortunately for Atreus, he is hit with the frightened condition. He cannot enter any more forward for a minimum of the minute.
I like to think it's because Aster's immediate response upon seeing the water covering his eyes, he's like, I don't see it, I don't see it, it doesn't bother me, I don't see it. Upon hearing it be done, he like takes his hands off his face, he's like, is it over, Atreus? Are you okay? What does Atreus' face look like?
Hyperventilating.
Let me go over here really quickly. Just 2 seconds. He's basically.
He just he reverts back to old Atreus. That's how scared he gets.
He's like. He's pulling one of these. Hang on. It's like.
What are you doing?
Where is it?
Look to the left of the map. That's his fucking face.
But yeah, you guys cut off
Meanwhile-
the trap.
Yeah, I'll say as Dyra just finally leans back up, finally looks up, seeing the skeleton's gone. Like, I'd imagine his will was so strong he didn't even use it. He's like, well, there we go. Seems like the water took care of the chalk.
She's like, it still went off.
Atreus, what does that smell?
Atreus, what is that smell? Are you making the assumption he pissed himself? If he had gotten that one, he would have. He's lucky he got a 2.
Is that fear I smell?
I imagine he's sitting there so blank-faced and
That's a
Aster's
bitch.
just worried as he kind of just slowly waves his hand in front of his face, just like, are you okay? Does Atreus say anything?
I think this says it all.
No, it doesn't! Is he responding verbally to
I love-
Aster or no?
Hang on, I'm taking a screenshot of that. Anyway.
But eventually the frightened
way-
does wear off. But you can continue.
Yeah, I was about to say, let me talk as the man for a second. Atreus is kind of like,
Just imagine that's when it wears off, and Astra just kind of gently pats him on the arm. It's like, if anything's wrong, just let us know.
And then the thing wears off, he's still just like,
Just a worried look on Astra's face. He's not sure what to do. It's like, I guess, push forward.
Hang on, fucking wait. Fucking, can I just, please tell me I can just do this. Give me 2 seconds. Can I just?
You just,
Yeah, I
what,
can't.
what are you about to? Oh my god! Get that off the map.
Here's a story of how my life got flipped and upside down. Take a little bit. Just sit right there. I'll tell you how it goes.
Magically, they're all being pushed forward further down the cave.
Yeah,
Okay.
y'all are heading forward. Here's a genuine question for y'all. Who do you think that was?
The skeleton?
No, like the voice.
The dragons?
No, who did it as in somebody who actually voiced the voice.
I didn't hear a boo bitch. But if I had to take a guess,
You
you
didn't?
probably... I didn't. Though if I had to take a guess, I'm gonna say it's Spawn Point.
You didn't hear it? I blasted it loud.
Did you guys hear it, or was I spaced too much?
She put it down the mic.
I think you spaced too much because I heard it.
Okay, then I spaced too much.
But yeah, it was Spawn Point.
Okay, so then I just spaced hard. I was too focused on everything else. I didn't even focus on the voice I heard. But continuing on further into the cave. I'm guessing we go until we get to this opening here. With Dyrax up front.
Yep.
And what does Dyrax see when he enters this open part of the cave?
What you
I
hear
love my cat.
or see when you see this open part of the cave is it is slightly and weirdly lit up. Like as if there's natural light in the area. But in a way
Okay.
that there is also no definitive light source.
Okay, okay.
And you see
Okay, I want to
over
test
here,
something.
over here, a river going down into a cavern down below.
Okay, real quick. You said the light source is like indistinguishable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to test on the idea of, and I try to use thaumaturgy on the.
You want to
It's
use...
simple. I just what if the light source is coming from natural flames of some kind, Dyrax would be able to turn them blue, turning the light source blue. That's what he's doing real quick. So they would just see him raise his shield and kind of chanting mantras under his breath as he just kind of looks around a bit unnerved.
It is not natural light.
Do the
source.
colors change?
It is not natural light source, so it does not change color.
Magical light. Impressive.
Makes sense.
Though why would they need it?
Best guess, as you would see Aster gesture to the hole over here, maybe to get a glimpse into what may be down there.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Is it a steep drop-off, Sunny? Or...
You cannot see the bottom.
No, he means right here, the edge.
Yeah,
Oh,
right
that-
here, or...
You still
it's
cannot
not-
see the bottom.
You still can't see the bottom. No, it is like about like, it's not like a 90-degree angle. It's like a 45-degree angle slide down that is like maybe like 10 feet down.
So it's like a.
But you can easily slide down.
So it's like just a really angled hill of, like, kind of.
Atreus
That's
tumbles
really
down,
steep.
he
Okay, so-
falls down the
Hang
hole.
Like fucking
I need-
Crash Bandicoot or
Hang
some
on,
shit.
kitties. I need help. I need help. There we go.
Aster slides down.
So it's Atreus.
But you said when we approach we can't see the bottom,
That is correct.
even with my lantern.
Even with your lantern.
Aster just looks and he's like, he's like, more than likely that is a very long way down. Before we do anything rash, like assume this is the only way down, let's look around and make sure there's no other entrances or exits or anything. Which I'm gonna say for time's sake, we look around. What do we find around here as we look around this whole big area?
You would notice that there are places where there used to be old mining equipment that is no longer there. As if
Anything
it
else?
was taken from those spots. Nothing but rock and debris.
No other entrances or exits or anything?
Nothing.
Aster,
The
you
only
just
way
see
out would have been through the path of that where that river comes from.
I'm guessing that leads outside.
It leads somewhere.
Okay. Aster's gonna be like,
Hang on, super
So-
quick. I just want a yes or no. If we fall in that hole, do we die?
You want to test that?
No. I just want a yes or a no, Sonny.
You know what? I'll test
You
it.
want to test?
I know. Wait, at least let Aster cast Featherfall on you if you're that eager.
I mean,
I will say this:
Hello, you know how many-
you do.
just to make it simple.
Here's a quick
Yeah.
question for everybody. What's your passive perceptions?
Let me pull mine up.
11.
Mine is 13.
Atreus?
what's your passive perception again? Is that yes your wisdom?
10 plus your perception.
Oh, plus our perception,
Just your-
like our perception or our
11.
wisdom modifier.
Perception modifier.
Oh, if it's perception
Your
modifier,
perception
then it's
bonus.
14.
Which your perception is based off the
11.
wisdom. Yeah.
Oh, so I'm proficient in it and I get a +4. Does that mean I have a 14 then?
Yes.
Okay, then 14
Yes.
for me. Not 13. I need to update that.
What about you, Atreus?
I said 11.
Okay.
Deaf bitch.
I did not hear you over the talking.
Eh.
Eh. Eh.
Don't you talk to her that way.
Don't get bitch slapped. Don't talk to her that way. You'll get bitch slapped.
Aster.
I'm the only one allowed to bully Sunny.
Oh, I hear something apparently. Oh no.
Aster, you don't hear something, but you do see something. Or more so, you're starting to not see something. The light is starting to get dimmer
In the room?
in the room. More
Aster-
so beyond a certain point, and I will use something as like a representation. Where is it?
Oh, where did Dyrex
I'll
go? He
use
disappeared.
this. I'll use this as a representation. By the time you noticed, it was about here, where you could see from, and it's slowly and slowly getting smaller and smaller.
Aster immediately says, "The light's dimming in the room. The light is dimming in the room. We have to move now." He looks at the hole and he's like,
Faster. Featherfall, now.
he immediately is like, done. And, you know, you see him immediately gather a bunch of magic in his hand. And you see as he immediately, let me look at the spell real quick so I can give this some flavor. You see him suddenly almost gather up magic in his hands, and he points to both you two and then himself. And he's like, let's hope this isn't let's hope this doesn't kill us. And I guess we're all jumping in the hole because we don't have much of a fucking choice. Are you coming, Austin? Are you gonna jump in with us?
So wise man once said, "The hole's the goal."
I guess in we go.
You jump down the hole, and you start to slowly fall. And you all seem to realize that you all are relatively safe now. And do any of you look back up to where the hole was?
Yes.
Yeah.
You look up, and you see, as the light keeps getting dimmer and dimmer, you see slowly that light source appear at like a certain point. As you can see, a shadowy figure in a cloak covering his head holding this light, or crushing it in his hand, and it goes dark. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
I had a distinct feeling you wanted us to go in the hole. Ooh.
So
I'm gonna guess and take a guess and say the plan was if I didn't have Featherfall, we were gonna land in water.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured.
okay, but Sunny, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Do I need to finalize that song for next session?
Potentially.
I thought you said we had a few more sessions because we weren't, you know.
Sinner, at the end of this session, that was now 2 sessions ago.
Okay.
I plan on making this map big.
I'm guessing we're going through a final dungeon and then final boss.
Mhm.
Let's get this over
Let me
with.
tell
But I
you,
still don't. But I'm
we-
still wondering because I'm like, you said we needed to weaken him first, but we don't have a way to do that. So I'm wondering, how is this gonna go?
Oh, you have the way to weaken him. You just don't know what it is yet. He had it with
Da,
you
da, da, da.
all the time.
The power of friendship!
Okay.
No, me, dumbass. Obviously.
How'd everybody feel about that session? How'd everybody feel about that session?
Besides dozing off halfway through, not bad.
I know you dozed off because you've been up since early in the morning.
I've been up for about 10 hours now.
I had a pretty fun time.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed just the little bit of getting to fuck around a little bit. I had a fun time. I enjoyed this. This was nice to be able to do D&D. And apparently we are close to the very end of Fandelver, and we will soon actually be moving over to our next campaign after Sunny finishes planning it, of course.
Mwah. Wah!
I swear, I better get ripped apart by the end. I better get ripped apart. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh God. Well, with that,
Listen, I'm the healer, baby. I'm gonna become a high priority target eventually. That necromancer's gonna want me down.
He's gonna want you down, but he's also gonna want Atreus down, because I suspect the last one he's gonna be worried about is me, because hee hee ha ha hoo hoo, I'm squish. Not that I can't still be a threat, but it's an idea of hee hee ha ha, take the healers out first. But I know who we're gonna raid. It's Miss Scarlet Rose. She's doing Dungeons and Dragons. But thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you.
One thing I so badly want to do is try and whip up like a fucking tiny snippet of the fucking song. I so badly want to try it.
Don't. Because it's supposed to be a big surprise.
Keep it safe.
Basically, thank you guys for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow with a collab. There is a little repo collab happening tomorrow that I am gonna be part of. With a bunch of it's 7 o'clock, so 1 hour earlier than D&D. But I will be back tomorrow with that at 7 o'clock p.m. CST time. We're gonna raid Miss Scarlet Rose. And yeah, you guys have a wonderful night, day, evening, afternoon, whatever time may be for you. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Bye. And hopefully the surprise for this D&D stream will be done in time. But yeah. Bye bye. Make sure you behave. I'll be watching. Mwah.